The Wild Wild West.
Goddamn, we're fucking live, dude.
We're live. It's
Flash
been a
in
while
the
since
studio
it's been in the studio.
I know, man.
It's crazy.
I mean, dude, I don't even know. Where were we? Where was I? Oh, yeah, I was here last week. It was fucking
Oh,
crazy.
yeah.
The week before that, it was a blur, dude.
Whew,
It's all
crazy,
blur.
bro.
You've been
Yeah.
on the move, man.
I have. It's been a lot.
Yeah.
A lot of traveling.
Yeah, man. I had to hold down the fort last week.
I
Had the boys.
appreciate it. I was at
Did
the
it.
Mall of America again. It actually was pretty good this time.
Was it really?
Yeah, I thought it sucked last time because it
seems
was
sick.
September in a pandemic. So like it
yeah,
was
dude.
pretty empty, and I was like, "This sucks." And then this time it was full.
The shots of it looked
So it
cool
was
as hell.
fun. Yeah. It was.
I
good.
thought when you described it to me, I'm thinking like when I think of bad comedy places, I can conjure up some like very hellish scenes.
Yeah.
So I was like drumming up some scenes. And I saw the picture.
No.
Place looks like it rules.
It's good.
Nah, yeah, you're in the
I made
pandemic.
a mistake.
I was like genuinely
Went back to the TGI Fridays though.
the TGI Fridays.
The Mall of America TGI
Where
Fridays.
you held it down.
Held it down. This time, I had to defend my honor.
Did
I
you?
played Dragula 12.
You played it
I
this
had
time.
to. I was like, I have to do it. I have to redeem myself from Dragula.
For your
I
tall
stole
tale.
Dragula, Valor. I said it to you on the phone once, and I just broke my heart that I fibbed.
It happens.
I didn't
Dude.
play Dragula the first time. Someone else did.
Yeah, but dude, would he have
This
represented?
time,
Would
he
have
represented. The clique was strong that night. There was like 5 of us spread out.
That was during the middle of the pandemic, right?
September 20th.
When you would tell me about doing those shows at first, I'd be like, "That's crazy." I was imagining everyone just like masked up and like just like 4 people in a room.
It wasn't that bad.
Yeah.
Most of the places were fine, but Dragula, when it was like me and 5 dudes spread out in a TGI Fridays on like a Thursday in Minnesota,
Just traveling.
everybody at their
businessmen,
own
dude.
table just getting beers this tall, getting fucking trashed. Someone's playing Dragula. So I played it, I'd say 4 straight times.
You played it 4 straight times?
I played it maybe 5 straight.
Were you going up and doing it, or were you hitting from?
No,
your
I was
phone?
in the distance. I was sniping.
You're sniping from your
And
phone.
then finally a guy, one of the 4th, no one noticed. I was like, no one notices. So then finally,
what was the scene? How many people were there?
a lot.
Oh, it was packed.
TGI Fridays is where all the industry, all the service industry goes to hang out afterwards.
Really?
So all the fine ass bitches are in there.
Damn, all the waitresses,
All the
serving
fine-ass
girls.
people of color waitresses were in there.
Really?
Fine ass people of color.
Damn. Dude.
Yes, and they were
That's
you know, it
respectful
was
as hell of
party
you to
time.
say.
Yeah, of course, all these fucking people of color. And
Doesn't that sound worse?
it's way
than saying
worse.
black people.
There's so many fucking colored people in there.
There's so many people of colored skin. It's like, dude, what?
Yeah, I like to describe people on their skin immediately. But the first couple waves of Dragula, no one noticed. The waves, but I overdid it on the touch. I played it too many times in a row.
You got greedy.
So finally, this guy was sitting with his girlfriend. He was like from us to the Stoners, and I saw him perk his head up when Dragula came on again, and I was like, "Yo, you like Dragula?" And he was like, "Is that you playing this?" And I was like, "No."
Who was this dude?
Just a random guy on a date. He was like, I had a long day at work. I don't like it that much.
Damn.
He heard it like 6 times.
That were the
And then
original
I'm stuck.
5? Were the
I'm
original
stuck.
5 there? Was it
The
just
men
you?
probably.
Were you the only surviving member of the
No, they were
original 5?
probably there. I just couldn't see. They blended in. Also, it was Eid Mubarak, my friend, and Minnesota is packed with Somalis. So TGI Fridays was bumping with Somalis,
Yes, dude.
Muslims, people of color, Muslim people of color.
It was a melting pot, dude.
It was a melting pot, and Dragula was bringing us together.
Yes.
And
And then
little
some
did I know.
dickhead on a
And
date
some white fuck was like, "Who's playing Dragula?"
trying to control everything. Trying to
Fucking
control
loser, of
everyone's
course.
vibing to Dragula. Dude.
Everybody was
Like
vibing.
viral videos of probably dudes all like dancing to Dragula. Like, dude, this
Just
is shit.
hot young women of color dancing, dig through the ditches and burn. It was a fucking vibe. It was so vibey.
Dude, the vibe was so
and
good.
then
Some white fucking asshole.
and then some
dude.
white fucking devil was like, "Who's playing that?" And I was like, "Do you like it?"
Friend?
And he was like, "Is that you?" And I was like, "No." He was like, "It's definitely you." I was like, "Well, it's not."
What was his date
And
saying?
then
She probably wanted to fuck you. Well, she was covering her head.
yeah, it was a scene. And then I didn't realize I had played it like 3 more times.
How many
It was
more?
loaded up.
How many more?
So after I like fought somebody, I was like, "I'm sorry." It just kept, that intro is so funny to hear, that like weird I forget, I don't even know what noise that is. And then
How's the intro go?
I don't even know how to describe it. The beginning of Dragula is like,
I gotta find it.
no, before the guitar, it's like a weird like I don't know.
It's a singing song. That's what it is.
Hold on. Let's actually just let's get the.
Yeah, you need to paint a picture here. Think of this: Muslims, women of color, TGI Fridays. Now think of a dude going like this. She's like, God damn it! I just want to enjoy my burger. So then here's what I was doing, dude. Yeah.
It just gets spooky as hell.
It's
out of
so
nowhere,
spooky.
dude.
And then what you gotta do a lot of guys think they're good with the touch tunes. What you gotta do is you gotta get the people going. So you gotta toss in like a remix to Ignition.
For sure.
Or like a I'm Real remix. A lot of remixes.
Yeah, definitely.
But once you put on a song that everybody loves, they're all like,
attention.
Woo! They all start dancing and having
So you're
fun.
DJing the
and
party.
then you hit a Dragula. You bring them back in with a fucking Dragula. I'm a counterpuncher on the touch
So you're
tunes.
DJing this party.
I DJ'd the TGI Fridays. And then people started...
You might be DJI Fridays. Dude.
DJ High Fridays.
DJI Fridays, dude.
That's a pretty sick name. So, yeah, I was DJing it. And we went out with me and my lady went out with 2 fans after the show.
Nice.
2 lucky fellas.
Yeah,
and then they got to witness me and my lady getting a fight. It was like, oh, you're done talking? We're not talking for the rest of the night?
Was this after Dragula?
This is, during Dragula. There was no after. I left with about 4 Dragulas in the chamber. So yeah, if you listen to this and
the manager has to reset it with the key. If there's too many Dragulas lined up, the manager has to come out of the back and like undo the Dragula
waitress
key.
was upset. Our waitress was upset.
Why?
Because she was like, "Is that you doing that?" And
oh fuck!
Yeah, it was nice to get a domestic in front of 2 fans.
Oh, and they had to sit
2
there
dudes
like,
were like, "This is a cool night. We get to go out after the show." And then I was just like, "Oh, you want to not talk? What happened? What are you mad at?" Yeah, it was good.
Oh fuck!
Good night.
Damn, dude.
Yeah, and then you just call the hotel and they pick you up in a bus.
What?
It's great. I don't know why I was complaining.
You
about
might
this.
be
Mall of
Dragula,
America
dude.
rules, dude. I was Dragula. You
You
just
are
call the
Dragula.
hotel. You're like, all right, I'm done at TGI Fridays, and they bring a shuttle to pick you up.
A huge shuttle.
Yeah, huge. Yeah, it's the sickest move. You get blacked out,
Yeah.
leave TGI Fridays in a bus.
Fuck.
People are like, who was that guy?
Damn.
Yes,
That fucking rules. That's as good of a weekend as you can
that
have.
was a victory.
How did you guys make amends on the bus?
Yeah, we made amends because she started trying to give the guy directions. And I was like,
Oh, boy.
Ain't that a woman? It was a person of color
How do
bus
you-
driver. He was a
Probably
male person of color. I don't want to assume. But I think he had a fucking dick and nuts. I'd hate to assume he had a cock, but I think he did.
Sure.
Yeah, me and him had a good laugh.
Really?
Yeah, I broke down
She
that
came around.
icy queen. She was trying
Yeah.
to silent treatment. She was like, don't you go this way? And I was just like, the guy drives a fucking bus.
He only goes from
This
here
is
to
the
there.
only place he goes.
Yeah.
You don't think he knows? It
Oh,
was great.
Brittany used to do that to me. I'll be like driving to my parents' house, and she'd never been there before. Like, I think we're going the wrong way, and I'm like, dude, you grew up like 6-hour flight.
Yeah,
or
yeah.
It's like a 6-hour drive. You're gonna tell me how to get to my parents' house from the place I've been living for 15 years?
It's not a
Then
male.
I make one wrong turn, and I'm like, fuck.
Yeah, fucking the GPS. Yeah, I'm big onto Google Maps. Google Maps destroys bays and dads.
Oh,
Dads hate the Google Maps.
kills them, dude.
My dad gives me directions
Oh.
every day.
Their directions are even worse than MapQuest. Remember, you had to print out the
you had to print
MapQuest
it
and be
out.
like, "Do we turn? Does the road? You'd have to like mentally gauge 0.8
Yeah,
miles,
yeah.
and you're like, I don't know, dude. I think we passed it." Dad directions are, I mean, it's just like gas stations that aren't there anymore.
Oh,
you're
God.
like, dude, no, there's a Shell or there's a Sicko. It's down there, and you make left over there.
What you're gonna want to do is take a right down there. Yeah.
Yeah, they and as soon as you're like, I'll just pull it up my phone. No. Like, listen. Here, I'm gonna tell you how to get there. It's like, just give me the address. I don't know the address. It's like, fuck.
Yeah. It was
That
a
must
good
have been
trip.
crazy navigating with maps. I thought about that because I go to a wedding this weekend.
What,
like-
taking a literal map out?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's,
When I was little, I used to have to hold the map for my dad.
yeah, I
and
remember
was
that.
like,
We had
this-
an atlas,
yeah, he'd be like, what street are we on? I'm like, I have no fucking clue, dude.
right? Atlas? That's what I'm looking
Was
for,
it
right?
Road Atlas?
Yeah, Road Atlas. Yeah, it's pretty tight.
I had to pull it out and just be like, he'd be like, what street are we on? I'm like, I don't
You'd
know.
have to like flip through like Missouri, Montana,
Yeah.
Mississippi. Like we're in
like,
Pennsylvania.
Dude, I don't know. This is a bunch of little lines, dude. That's a sick weekend, though.
It was. Flew back. The guy on the flight in front of me was playing Total War, my game. I've never
What?
even seen it in public.
How do you
I
play?
was fuming. I was so jealous. I didn't bring my laptop.
How was he playing on the flight?
He has a laptop.
Oh, with Wi-Fi.
Yeah. I was just,
Were you peeping?
I was peeping in between the seats.
Were you?
Just watching how he played it.
What would you get any new? Like, what'd you think?
He was all right.
Was he?
He was all right. He was playing Medieval too. It's a pretty sick game.
Ooh.
Yeah, but he was France. I saw the map. He went from Iberian Peninsula. He was running into the Holy Roman Empire.
What? Yeah, you give me the shivers. You're like, ooh, whoa, dude. Careful.
Yeah, it was a good trip.
Damn, that's awesome.
Nice trip.
Hell yeah. That's what's up, man.
Oh, before the podcast, we were talking about the offensive lineman in the intro is Quentin Nelson.
Yep. How crazy is that? I just picked your favorite offensive lineman.
It's crazy.
Just blindly.
It is crazy.
Crazy.
And then people were like, somebody DM'd me was like, yo, is that you?
Yeah.
I was like, yeah, definitely.
Obviously.
I played for the Colts. I'm the best offensive lineman in the NFL. But he's a jacked man. Look him up. He's a handsome fella. And what do you think he would do to you? Matt asked me what do you think his top sexual move was?
Well, he's like
he's the ultimate bear.
He is. He's a bear.
I mean, he's a grizzly.
He's like a dude who's so big he's hot by default.
Yeah.
So he could have any face.
And he's not like bodybuilder retarded jacked where they look insane. He's
bear jacked.
Yes. Oh God, what that guy would do to you.
I mean, I was more curious of like how he makes love to a woman. You kind of like flipped
it. I did switch it to what he could do to me.
Which he could. That's the thing. That's also true.
And he could do one of those things where they hold you up. He could put his hands onto the back of my knees and hold me in the air.
He could hold you like that and grip you by your buttocks. He would palm each of your butt cheeks and just fucking level you, dude.
What?
I'm saying he's physically capable of that. He's absolutely physically capable of holding you up and just by each cheek and just.
I think I would be a hard rape for a lot of people, but he's one of the few.
I'm not assuming he's raping you. I'm assuming it's consensual.
There's no choice. There's literally zero choice.
That must suck.
I would be I think he'd be a tough rape.
We're just talking a man-to-man rape here, but like getting raped by a standing.
We're talking about the kind of rape you can joke about.
Exactly.
Male on male rape.
The very funny kind.
The funniest kind.
Dude, of him, imagine that had to happen to a dude who's like, stop, put me down. The guy's
guy in air getting raped?
Hammering him. Raped in air?
I mean, technically there has to have been a bunch of midgets that have been raped throughout history.
Oh, yeah. You think you'd do like an air doggy or just like the...
Air doggy.
Air doggy's tough, dude. Because they're not going to bend in half. If you hold a midget like that, they're not going to fold. The percent of gravity is perfect. They just lay perfectly like a 90-degree angle. you just air doggy them, dude.
All right, we'll change topics. My bad. I just think it's funny to imagine what Q would do to us. Quentin Nelson, dude. Sick nickname.
Fuck us both.
Sick nickname these days.
He would hold me. He would hold me with one arm. And he would just take you out. And I would have to the whole time watch knowing
he could bear hug both of us. He'd be like Goro.
You think he could stack us?
Yes.
He'd be stack bottom?
He could stack us and hold us.
Oh, my God.
I would get into it. I would 69 you. I'd be underneath. I'd be watching.
You start fucking with me?
I'd watch the penetration in front of me. Just trying to catch any drops I could get.
True. I'd probably lick his sweat and stuff.
Quentin Nelson.
We'd both be front row at the next game. Be like, dude, go Colts. Let's go. That'd be our settlement. How do you think the thing would go down from like us? He'd probably enlisted us for a massage.
You think he'd hit us with the Watson?
Yeah, he hit us with the small towel. Remove it, dude.
I don't know. That's what Sandusky was doing. He was quieting the kids with some fucking box seats and shit.
Was he really? Jesus.
Yeah.
I got to hit I was at a wedding on Saturday. It was a blast. But they, I believe the bride was from Penn State, and then I think one of my cousins went to Penn State, so he started doing the Penn State stuff, and I just got up real quick between him and his girlfriend. Maybe she went, I don't know. Just crop dusted him with a Sandusky, Joe New, right by them.
Wow.
Got him my table, Joe New, walked right back to my table.
Nice.
Pretty fun.
They hate that.
He laughed. He had a good.
All right, good.
Yeah,
he fake laughed.
Frankie had a good.
Oh, all right.
Frankie laughed it up. But I walked by, Joe New. Right by him.
Joe did know.
He did.
He knew all about it.
I just settled that down. I couldn't have that on my side of the wedding. I was like, no.
No, that's Penn State weddings. Good God. We are Penn State.
Pedophiles.
We are. Yeah, you guys rape.
We are complicit in horrible crimes.
Yeah, it's almost as bad as a West Virginia wedding. You ever go to one of those?
No.
People that went to WVU.
No, what do?
They sing Country Roads. They all get together in a circle, lock arms, and sing Country Roads. Isn't that the name of the song? Johnny Denver?
Possibly.
Yeah.
I've never got
me home.
This wasn't like a full on. I've met couples who were like full on like blue and white party type things. This was like a small uprising. This was a couple people.
Okay. It was only a couple.
I had to just stifle what I could on my side. I couldn't cover the whole ground. I should have grabbed the mic and be like, just to throw this out there, guys. You know, we should be. You
should have ripped the mic.
Moment of silence.
And be like, DJ, play it.
There's a band.
Dragula comes in.
Oh fuck, dude! Cool down the party, dude. I had a wild night, man. I go to this wedding, and remember I told you when I did the 5 grams, I was like the idea of dancing. I was like, I'm just gonna dance anywhere I go, like, whatever. So
which is gay. Not on your part.
Say that. You say that. No, it's fine. You can totally.
I'm not criticizing you. I'm sorry. That came out wrong.
No, dude. Yes. I know. You're perfectly right to assert that. That's how the elders of my family are. Like you there. That's the whole time.
You gotta learn from your elders, dude.
No, dude. No, you can't.
Be dancing. You're a man,
dude. That's wrong.
You ever see dancing's for ladies?
No, it's not, dude.
It is.
It's not. It's for men, dude.
Who?
Ladies, right? So here, I'll give you the full scoop. So I'm sitting there and I go, I'm gonna not really drink. I'm gonna see if I can just go enjoy myself, hit the dance floor. But and this is, again, I'm not perfect. I take 2 microdose capsules. And then I pig out on the vape pen a little. And then and that's it. I'm like, I'm having a good time. I watched the ceremony, and I was sitting there the whole time. Like I guess it was like the maid of honor starts talking about like just how like she started bringing up like moon stuff and how like we're on like a planet, and I'm just sitting there. Oh,
you were probably like,
oh, this fucking.
Slade knows what the fuck she's talking about. Now's the time to talk moon stuff.
That's what I'm sitting there. I'm like, hell yeah, dude. She's like talking about the planet and like the gravitational pull between people, and I'm like, that's a theory I've had. Yes, go on. So I'm sitting there. I'm enjoying myself. I'm having a good old time, dude. I'm sitting there enjoying myself during the ceremony. It was like the place was beautiful too. It was like in North Jersey, and so I'm sitting there being like, dude, everyone here should be like a wedding where like most of the people were on mushrooms is, I think, the way you should do it. Because I'm telling you, dude, I'm watching like, this is awesome. So
booze.
Dude.
A wedding? Booze, bro.
You can still have the
Ask
booze.
Jesus, bro.
You can still have
Ask Jesus what he would want.
He just,
booze,
that's
bro.
all he had.
You don't think Jesus could conjure up some mushrooms?
He also, obviously, the chrism he blessed people with was obviously laced with cannabis, but.
No.
Yes, it was, dude.
No.
They know for sure. I'm sitting there, dude. I'm vibing so hard. I'm like, man, this rules. Like, this is so much to me. I'm like, this is so much better than drinking. I don't have to like sit there and get like hammered. I just took my 2 little microdose capsules. I'm having fun. So we go inside, and this place was like over the top, like high scale. Like we walk in.
Dagos?
Yes.
Yeah,
dude. First of all, they eat like pigs. Italians eat like fucking pigs, dude. They eat like pigs. I come in from the ceremony, beautiful ceremony.
What a lovely ceremony.
I got lovely ceremony.
These wop pigs.
Just eat like fucking pigs. I walk upstairs and there's one station. It's just lobster. There's like lobster tails cascading down an ice sculpture. It's like shrimp, and then a whole station of people cutting up calamari. It was awesome.
Damn,
dude. There were 6 other stations. I just saw that and was like, this is for a cocktail hour. This is amazing. So I started eating like scallops and shit. And then they're like, there's like 5 other stations. Dude, there's steak, bacon, sausage, sushi, lo mein. It was wow. Crazy. So I'm walking around just feasting, dude, eating all this stuff. Again, noticing like Italians eat like pigs, start thinking about early COVID stuff. And I'm like, so it's like, how did Italy get hit so hard? It's like, you should see how they eat. They're pigs, dude.
They are.
This was the most piggish display. Again, I just wanted to be polite, so I obviously joined in and ate as much as humanly possible. Yeah, yes. I wanted to be polite, so I had like a lot of bacon. I was just like ripping. I would go back and forth at these tables, just eating sausage, I'll just ate meat.
Been there.
Yeah, dude, it was sick.
Every wedding.
It was so.
Those fucking people walking around with the appetizers. They can't even get away from me,
dude. This was like a 5-station buffet that you could just, and like there was no line because there's so many different options. So I just kept hitting dude. There was these long shrimps on sticks that, oh, dude, it was crazy.
Yeah, I'd have a tough time there.
I pigged. Again, when in Rome. So one among the Italians. Yeah, one among the Italians, dude.
Yes.
I didn't want to shame them with like my austere Irish diet. I could have went there and ate like a small bit of mashed potatoes and a small piece of shitty meat.
Yeah.
And like
and
1 or 2 green beans.
Out, hammered, and laid on the ground.
But I was like, let me honor these people by enjoying their sumptuous feast. So I pig out.
That's why Italian women get fat as hell.
Yeah, dude.
When they get older.
Yeah.
Become blimps.
It's there. It's waiting to happen. Some don't. Some don't. But
rarely.
Yeah, they can't.
Most of the time they become fat blimps.
You can't blame them, dude.
No, how
They're
could
getting force fed.
They're getting the fucking fine gravy every night?
Every Sunday, bro. Fine gravy, long dinners, dude. The wine is like, to not have wine is unthinkable. So I got a little taste. I was like, it was pretty cool. So by this time, I decided, I said, you know what? I'm having a good time.
Yeah.
Let's eat a weed gummy.
Ooh.
What the heck? What the heck,
Yeah.
dude? I'm having a good time. I'm not really drinking much. I'll eat a weed gummy. Dude, I forgot when you're on, even if you're on a little bit of psilocybin, it really heightens the effects of weed.
Oh, no.
Dude, this thing fucking, long story short, dude, I get done pigging out. This weed gummy kicks in on me. And I'm like, I was like fucked up. Dude.
Yeah.
I was pretty fucked up. Not like, I was cool. I was holding it down, but like, I would like catch myself just like staring. It's because I was like analyzing my family, being like, because everyone started getting drunk, and I'm like,
yeah, I saw Billy had a couple cocktails.
Silly Billy.
Yeah.
Oh, Billy was White Claw Billy to the
I
fullest.
saw old White Claw Billy.
So I'm watching White Claw Billy. I'm watching him and my cousin Joey were out on a mission, dude, trying to get ass, dude. It was so fucking funny.
Sad, dude.
Dude, I mean, they're
boys.
two bros. They're two bros. They're two lone bros. So they were out there, dude, trying to get ass, and I'm like sitting there, like every now and again, one of my cousins would just be staring at me. Because I would just be like this for like 2 minutes, like, and then I'd look up to like my cousin from across the table, just being like, I'd look at them like, "What up?" And they'd be like, "I'm like, all right."
Yeah.
So
how well do you know that cousin?
pretty well.
They
Like,
probably think you're.
my whole that's what my paranoia was starting to base around. That my family thought I was like a drug freak.
Yeah.
Because I would like it, and Brittany had a couple pops, so like she was like starting to fade on me a little. So that was my main thing. I was like, "Are we too fucked up for this wedding?" And I was like, fuck, dude.
Really?
Fuck, we failed as a couple, dude. We were fucking retarded. And then, like, I was like, shit. And then, again, I would, like, oscillate between that and be like, nah, dude, you're totally cool.
I have been too fucked up for several weddings.
Yeah, but
you don't know.
That's the thing. But when
I rolled an ankle at a wedding, fell down in the front yard.
That's the difference between drinking and doing, like, light
True.
Hallucinogens at a party. And I might toss that out as the challenge of this summer. Hallucinogenic wedding challenge. Dude, it's so fucking fun. It was a blast. Again, there was a change with little bits of paranoia, but dude, I would sit there and like
There's
analyze.
nothing better than a wedding drunk. Getting fucked up at a wedding.
Hitting the dance floor on a weed gummy and some mushrooms.
This when you got to take a bus back to the hotel with everybody. True. You ever get on one of those?
I dipped. No, we took one there. It was everyone was saying I smelled like weed and being like, "What the fuck?" And I was like,
"Well, it's weed."
But I was like, I don't care about
because
that.
I'm high.
But I also thought it was somewhat of a false flag because I only had a vape pen on me. So I think someone was just trying to conjure up the beef on me.
That'd probably be Bill.
Wasn't Bill.
That sounds like a sign.
Although I did have weed gummies, so they might have stunk on me. I don't know. But people were on my ass from the beginning of this thing.
Get off my fucking back.
I was chilling, dude. The whole time I'm like, hey man, it's no big deal.
The hell off my back. I'm not high.
I'm fucking chilling. I'm not that high. I'm microdosing. You can't explain this to people. They're like, what?
I'm just taking a little bit of mushrooms.
I took a creative dose and I'm dancing with my family.
So yeah, you hit the dance floor.
Dude, so I'm sitting there, I'm with Bay, and I'm like, fuck man, we're falling apart.
We gotta turn this thing around.
We gotta turn around and say, Bay, dance floor, let's go. We hit the dance floor, dude. So I start, I'm just doing my little stuff. And out of nowhere, Bay comes alive. Bring her to the dance floor. She just fucking, lights come on.
It's time for the percolator.
Dude, she goes, yeah, exactly. She goes, look, here's all you got to do. Here's the secret to dancing. When the drums hit, just hit your feet as the drums hit, like you're playing the drums with your feet. Dude, it hit me like a revelation. I was like, what the fuck? And I'm like, I remember just telling her, I'm like, did you just give me the black secret? And I was like, I fully understood what rhythm was.
Color secret.
Sorry, excuse me. POC secret.
The BIPOC.
The PO secret, dude.
The BIPOC secret.
And I was like, it was so funny to me because for the longest time would just be like, just like, da 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 da, and I'm like, oh, that's all you got to do. Just match your feet to. I'm like, that's what rhythm. Dude, the whole thing was like a revelation. I'm like, that's what rhythm is. You're just moving in sync to the music, but specifically with the drums. I was like,
you should come out to Hot for Teacher. See how that works.
Oh, I easily follow
the beginning.
Oh yeah, easily, dude.
Come out, chop your feet,
dude. So we're out there. Sick. I have this profound revelation where I'm like, this is how rhythm works. I'm having a blast, dude.
You're high,
dancing my ass off.
You're high.
I was on a creative dose.
I could see music.
I was on a creative dose, dude. I was on a creative dose. I'm a fucking.
You're high off your ass, dancing like a damn idiot.
Having so much fucking fun, dude. I was having a blast.
Yeah, that is fun.
And then, it was so fun. And then like it all gets crowded, and then so I had to take a break. I got like I was having so much fun that I almost was like, dude, take a breather. So I went to the bathroom, gave myself a little mirror talk, and then the whole thing flipped back around where I'm like, you're good to go, and just went out there. She went and sat down. She's like, go out and dance. Like Billy was out there dancing with my mom strictly because he was trying to like let girls see him and get ass.
Oh God,
silly Billy was in full effect.
Oh, that's so sad. I didn't. He sent me the video of you and him and his mom dancing.
He knew what he was doing.
I did not know.
Any of my female cousins or like cousins' wives like, oh, that's so sweet what Billy's doing. I'm like, he's trying to get ass, and they're like, oh, come on.
He told me it was for a sweet reason.
What did he say?
He was like, my dad didn't want to dance. So I was like, Mom, I'll dance with you. Like,
and that's true. That is true.
That is true. But you're right that it was definitely, he was laying a trap. That was bait.
Yeah. He's using my mom's pussy bait, dude.
You can't use your mom as pussy bait.
I mean, dude, you can. I mean, again, it's a wedding. These guys, him and Joey are hard stags. Joey at one point took off his belt and started doing limbo on the dance floor. These guys were getting after it, dude, trying to get ass any means necessary.
Yeah. Well.
So I'm sitting there with Britt, and she's like, "Look, I'm gonna chill out. Like, just go back out there and go have fun with like Billy and your family." And I was like, "I'm not gonna go out there by myself." And then I was like, "Yeah, I probably should." Dude, I just danced by myself the entire night. It was so fun. It was so fun.
Your cousins definitely think you are like.
I had so much fun.
Special needs.
Whatever, dude.
Like, I think Matt's getting.
Dude, I just rose up against
trouble.
The elders of the family, dude.
At your table.
The elders of the family.
You went out and danced by yourself.
Dude, with my newfound moves, dude. Fucking
you got some good moves, though. I'll give you that.
Dude, you thought I did. And I thought I always thought I kind of stunk. But, dude, now that I'm equipped with my next challenge, I got to go to a BIPOC wedding.
I do want you to know the time in Chicago when you danced at that Person of Color circus.
Yes. Universal circus. Yes.
And they picked you out of the audience to dance.
Which was racist,
yes. As the white man. They said, this will be funny. They tried to clown on you.
They did?
And then the crowd went crazy when you hit the moves.
Yeah.
Have you ever seen a video of a autistic kid at a high school in a dance-off? And the crowd goes, oh, no matter what they do?
True.
I am afraid that could have been what happened to you.
No, I killed it. Dude.
Well, that's exactly what the autistic kid at the high school thought. So you got to be careful because it could have been that. Now, I saw the moves,
Hold on, let me think.
but I think I also might be
your friend group. My footwork was nasty, dude.
Footwork was
I was
nasty.
a little uptight
That's
at first.
always the autistic kids when they get in the dance, they fucking swing their feet around.
So I hit a couple of those like I hit a couple of DVRs. I hit a couple Dance Dance Revolution moves at the wedding.
That's the autistic.
And that's when people would be like, all right, dude, that's enough of you.
It's too bad there weren't any Asians there. They were like, holy shit, this guy's good.
That was like a 100,000 point combo, dude.
Dude, I do want you to know, I should have picked up on it before.
Man, that's true.
Like the autistic kid in the dance circle at the black school, the person of color school, he has a couple white boys that he's friends with that are also nerds. Yeah. So when the crowd goes nuts, they're like, this guy's killing it.
This guy's killing it.
They don't know.
This is the fundamental.
Universe Soul Circus might have.
No, I killed it. I'm telling you, because when I wasn't killing it,
I know you still have the footage. I'm gonna have to review it.
Please do.
And we might need to put it in the intro if it's not too bad.
Oh, please, yeah, no,
if it's not too bad,
100%.
I would hate to put that on you. I'm 100%. Sorry, I just did that.
No, please put that out there. I'm actually that's some of my early dance, part of like my dance portfolio.
And
that's
could you make
stuff.
it in the intro a montage of autistic kids dancing in dance circles?
Please. No, that would be sick. Dude, here's the fundamental.
I do think there is a difference. It's just a theory I have.
Here's the thing. Here's the fundamental mind switch. It doesn't matter.
Of course it doesn't.
Dude, exactly.
It does not matter.
When I was there, it was like all of the grumpiness and weirdness I would do, and I would sit there and be like, why does she want to make me dance? I don't want to dance.
Yeah.
I'm like, I'm just going to get out there and not even for myself, just add to the vibe of the party. And I did.
Yeah, that's
big time. Might have freaked out. My family might be like, oh,
I start out as a grumpus. I don't get like pouty. I'm just like, I'm not fucking dancing. And it's not a big deal. Go dance. Yeah. I'm going to get hammered. And then I get hammered and I'm like, oh, what am I doing? I should get out there.
That's the standard move.
Yeah.
Which again, that rules too. Coming in, dude, I'm telling you.
Once I hear shout, I'm sitting there, I'm like, I got to get out there.
Mine's Montel Jordan. This is how we do it. That fucking rip. I fly out of my seat.
That's
like
that's a good bait song for Dragula. Next time you get the touch tunes, toss that on. Yeah. Everybody will start dancing, then fucking
fuck, something's happening. I don't know what it is.
Yeah.
Dude.
That's tight, though.
The rest of the night was very fun. Dancing with Silly Billy. Watching Billy out there having fun.
Love seeing Billy have fun. Me up.
Brother Kevin got out there.
Really?
Classic Stiff McGriff, dude. Got out there.
He is a Stiff McGriff.
Tin Man, dude.
He was Tin Man.
He was moving, dude. I'm telling you, I was vibing so hard, it was rubbing off on the whole floor.
That makes sense.
At one point, the funniest part was they started, I hate when my family does this, they started doing like a circle thing.
Oh, yeah, every family does it.
Pigged out right in the middle to an apps. Like someone, obviously the bride came in, everyone's like, yeah. And the couple like, yeah. I busted some moves. I bombed in the circle, and then this was like, got out and was like, not a big deal, dude. Oh, not a big deal.
Bet, were the brothers excited to tell you bombed? Did anybody tell you?
No, I just kept it pushing.
Well, that's a good sign.
Dude, I'm telling you.
If you're self-aware of bombs dancing.
And I was like, back out. Let's get back out there, dude.
Yeah, take it out.
I'm equipped with the rhythm, dude. My 2-step's unstoppable right now. Here's my challenge for myself.
Don't.
The BIPOC
don't do
wedding.
any dance challenge.
No, I am. The BIPOC wedding.
I am.
The BIPOC wedding I'm going to, I believe in July. No microdoses. I'm going to try to do it stone sober and go out there and just dance my ass off.
I promise that's impossible.
That's what I think. Dude, it's been keeping me up at night.
But impossible is nothing, dude. You could sober dance at a BIPOC wedding.
I'll be like probably the only white dude.
Definitely.
I'm going to go out there, dude, and just stone sober.
Definitely the only white dude dancing by himself.
True.
If you go, dude, Brittany, what if there's a circle?
I'll join into it, dude. I'll do what I got to do.
Get into the circle?
Perhaps more of a train, but maybe a circle too. Might be more of a 2-line structure. I don't know if the circle's gonna happen.
True.
There's not much of a circle there because everybody like the circles usually it's kind of like a, let's say, a whiter defense mechanism to be like, you suck out and you're like, no, I'm participating, but then you're just like, you go do it, and then you kind of watch. Dude, you go to a black wedding, it's the opposite. You're fucking gay if you don't dance. People are like, they'll come up and be like, you okay?
Yeah.
But there are. It's funny because there are black people who aren't good at dancing, and they kind of like
they lean back.
They just lean back, or they'll sit. I mean, yeah, if they could just sit there, and just act like they had that thing on them. Like, I would dance, but I got a fucking gun.
Yeah, I can't.
I brought a gun to this party.
Drop this and have it discharge and kill someone here.
But it is funny seeing the black dudes who like kind of stink at it, and they will kind of like stand off, and there's the whole, it's a big deal. But yeah, dude, that's my personal. And again, if you just take a microdose or two, like a little like 0.2, 0.3 dose, and go dance or go just to a wedding, it's fun, dude.
Dude, I can't.
It's so fun.
I cannot.
Because
I can on mushrooms. Mushrooms would be fun.
It's a mental shift, dude. When you take yourself out of the equation, you're just like, I'm just a being serving the fucking this function of this party, and like my personal outcome's irrelevant. Such a mindset change, dude. I had so much fun. We left early, though.
I believe you.
We got out. We got out early. Well, Bay was tired, and they didn't know. It wasn't over.
Send her to bed.
It wasn't over till 12:30.
Blackout.
She offered. She was like, "I'll go," and I said, "Bay."
That's a trap.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna fight you tomorrow because of this.
I said, "Let's go."
Or in an hour when you text and say, "When are you coming home?"
Yeah. No, I was, I'd had enough. This was the other thing too, dude. This was possibly the weirdest part of the whole thing. So I'm sitting there. I'm at the table between little bouts on the floor.
Did Spud go?
No, he wasn't there. Dude,
I'd like to see him dancing.
He tears it up. Spud hits the floor. Spud doesn't stop, dude. He goes hard as fuck.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Spud hits the floor like just like a little kid and just hits it hard as fuck.
Why'd you say that?
It's just pure joy.
Oh, okay.
I remember seeing him one time at a wedding. And it's just absolute pure joy. He has a good time.
I can imagine him at the McCusker things dancing on a table like the Hobbits. And everyone's standing around with like mead. And he's up there. Spud, I love you.
Yeah,
I know he's listening to that. I'm not. There's
he actually is pumped about Hobbit Dome. Actually,
yeah, Hobbits rule.
True.
Sorry, Spud. I feel bad. I don't want to.
They don't feel bad. He
knows his feelings. I know right now he's painting and he just put his brush down and went, "What the fuck?"
You think he went out for coffee?
Right now,
he slapped the brush.
He just heard these words.
Slapped the brush against the can.
Down. I was like, "What the fuck's his problem? Fuck him."
True. Yeah, well.
That's a beef, dude. Me and Spud are now beefing.
You guys are now
Fuck
beefing.
you, Spud. I know you're listening to this. Piece of shit.
Dude, so I'm sitting there. I'm at the wedding, and I'm like, there was parts where I was kind of like sitting there like that weed gummy fucking took me by storm, man. That was the thing that like turned it into kind of a somewhat kind of like dubious situation. And so I'm sitting there and like, dude, out of the corner of my eye, I see this dude, and I could have sworn he was looking at me like,
he's me mugging you?
No, here's the thing. So I'm sitting there and I look back and I'm like, the guy's just like staring at nothing. And I go, holy shit, dude. Like, does my mind lightly hallucinate judgment all the time? Like, I'm like, what the fuck's that guy? And I'm like, I'll like see, this was like a weird thing I kind of experienced while I was there. I was like, I think I mildly hallucinate in my waking hours, like judgmental looks and stuff that just don't exist. My mind just projects them out onto people. And then I just sat there being like,
in your waking hours?
Floor. Yeah. Like apparently, and I've read about this before, but like people will like minorly hallucinate little things that like just didn't happen at all. Like you'll read like a sign, you could have sworn it said something else, and you look at it again, you're like, well, my mind just literally projected something on there. So I was like, I think I do that a lot.
Well, I think that's probably, if I had to guess, just a hunt. Like that's how your mind works.
Yeah,
like
exactly.
You're interpreting every single person's face towards you.
Exactly.
So it probably gets them wrong. And then sometimes when you're nuts, it's just totally wrong all the time.
Yeah, but like
what are you looking at?
You know how you fill in, like, you know, like when you look at that thing where it's like is it a candle or is it two faces, that kind of thing? And really it's neither. It's just this blob that you kind of assign meaning to. Yeah, it's just a bunch of bullshit.
Yeah.
So I think like that's what they kind of talk about. I caught it out of the corner of my eye and my mind was like put in the picture of a guy being like, and I looked and they just wasn't even looking at me. And I was like, how often do I hallucinate judgment in my waking hours? Oh, man, I got to hit the floor.
I bet he was looking at you. He was definitely looking at you like, damn, this guy's high as fuck. And he saw you like.
I do this when I get too high. I'm like, start rubbing my chest. I'm like.
I had to go home. I was down in Tampa way.
You Tampa?
I ate a weed edible somebody gave me.
Yeah, dude.
I was crushing beers, crushing the brewskis, chilling, having a good time. A dude was a EMT or a surgeon, I think, and he was telling me about just horrific stories, just horrific, like terrible injuries and surgeries and shit. And then the weed edibles hit, and I was just like, I started doing this. I was like, as soon as I realized I was doing this, like while talking, like a guy was talking to me, and I was like, I was like, oh, I have to go home. I was like, I got to go home right now.
Put yourself to bed.
Yeah, and a bunch of the people were like, no, stay. And then the manager came out and was like, no, he should leave. He's got a show tomorrow. He's got to leave right now. I was like, thank you.
How strong was it?
I don't know. I think I could have sworn she said 10 milligrams.
Dude.
Which is nothing.
That's my beef. So I got these things I got out and I was out in Chicago.
But it was enough that I was just like, I have to leave.
Dude. So I got these things from Chicago. When I was out for my sister-in-law's graduation party. It's illegal out there. So I went and got a bunch of weed gummies, flew back with them. You can't stop me. And dude, they say they're fucking 10 milligrams. I'll like eat half of them. And again, you know, being on a microdose ramps them up. But even the one day I ate one when I was in Chicago for the graduation party, dude, I was stuck. And I was like, these have to have more.
Yeah.
Stop me right in my tracks, dude.
Yeah.
I was like sauteing.
True. I got these edibles out of like a lady's truck in Tampa.
Dude.
They tried to give me a joint and I was like, nah, I'm not going to smoke. And she was like, I have some edibles. And I was like, yeah, I'll have one. I just got it out of like a lady's glove compartment.
Well, here's the thing.
It was probably like 150. I was just like,
this package says 100, but I always thought it's 100 total. So it's like, and they're definitely not 100, but they're supposed to be 10 a piece.
Yeah. Dude,
these things were like fucking knocking my socks off. And then that's when I had the half of one at a wedding. I was like, oh, you half. Dude.
Still rocked you?
Pluto, bro. I was just sitting there like, what the... but what happens too is when you mix them, because it's like a jelly mixture.
Yeah.
So you pour in like if you're using...
Yeah, I've had some of your gummies.
Exactly. So you're using like...
every once in a while you hit a landmine.
Exactly. Because it's like water and oil. And then if you're using distillate, obviously it's a little different. But a lot of times like you're just mixing sludge. So like there's nothing stopping if it's distillate or if it's like a coconut oil. It's going to concentrate in certain areas. So sometimes you eat one, it's a dud. Sometimes you eat one, you go... This is like 4 in 1.
Yeah, this is a major problem.
This is a fucking major one. So
dude, you remember how Mecky used to crush those things?
Crush them, man.
That's fucking weird.
Well, here's the thing. A lot of times, you know, some people...
R.I.P. Mecky.
R.I.P. Mecky.
Former friend.
Remember how...
man, I miss my dogs, dude.
Man, dude. What's he been up to?
I don't know.
What?
I don't talk to him.
Why?
Because he abandoned me.
Hit him up, dude.
He left me.
There's no time for that. Hit him up.
I hit him up. He doesn't answer sometimes.
Really?
What the fuck, Mecky?
Dude.
We used to be dogs, dude.
What the hell
I'm
are you
beefing
doing?
with Maxter.
Yeah.
I'm beefing with Spud. A tough beef
Obviously,
right
you guys are beefing right now.
Look, I fired first, but I'm going to keep the fucking foot on the pedal,
Keep
dude.
a strong defense, dude. That was another thing I started laughing at recently is when I go for walks, how much I'll pretend to argue with people in my head constantly.
Oh, yeah.
It's a fucking problem.
It is.
I'll like walk by a person, think what they might be thinking about, like in terms of like, especially with the mask shit, I'll walk by a person, see them like, if I think they're thinking a thing about me, I'll walk for a block and a half and be like, and then if they were to turn around and say this, I'd be like, yeah, dude, well, fuck you then. I'm like, it got physical. I'm like, I'll catch myself being like, dude, you're out on a relaxing walk. Why are you fighting with people?
Yeah, that's how it always ends.
Psychopath.
Soder had a funny joke about how he gets in shower fights. Like every time he's in the shower, he like battles one of his friends. And then he's like, this is how low self-esteem I have. I lose. He gets in shower arguments. He's like, you know what? You have a good point. I'm going to work on that.
Yeah, man. That's a tough one. That's been something I've been paying attention to a lot. Like how when I see a person, like whenever you see a stranger especially, it's just like you have this like mental, not explosion, but like it just sets off a physical. If it's a girl, sets off a certain physical reaction.
Your penis,
and your fucking even your heartbeat, and then you.
Really?
Yeah, if you see a hot chick, your heart speeds up.
Pumping
heart
shit
starts
to your
speeding
dick.
up. Yeah,
And it's
speeds
like,
up.
get her.
Go. Get some pussy. You see a certain type. If I see a dude who's like taller than me and well put together, I'm like, what a dick. Instantly, you're like,
what's his fucking problem? What's he doing?
Now
to show me up in front of the pussy?
What the fuck's his problem, dude?
There's pussy here.
It's Tuesday afternoon. Everyone should be wearing basketball shorts.
6'5"?
Yeah, what the fuck?
That is true though about everyone where it should be wearing basketball.
Yeah, man. Come on, man. What the fuck do you think I got going on? But it's like, dude, I'm like,
disgusts me when men stop dressing up.
Outfits, bro.
Outfits,
dude. But this is how my brain works.
Can you imagine an outfit?
I mean, dude, unless it matches. If it perfectly. Noah looks good, dude.
Noah, you look like a damn fool.
Noah, let the people be the judge. I'm saying...
Oh, we're cutting to the Trump flag camera.
No, I'm saying go right there.
Going right.
There's a Trump flag over there. You can't see it.
My brother put it up. My brother put it up. It's his house.
It's not funny.
We and Shane wanted a gay flag.
Dude, you don't want to do this. You don't want to do this to yourself. Crouch down. Take a nice squat in front of it. Show them your bolo.
Squat like the native.
This is the type of foolishness we have.
Dude, so Noah actually told me an interesting story, dude.
I'm excited for people to see that.
He went to a party. Noah dressed like that to a party.
You went to a damn
His
party
mom
like that?
scolded him.
Oh, good. Your mom was like, why are you dressed like a damn asshole?
I went to my grandmom's birthday party.
The
polo, dude. That's out of respect.
And I got
That's actually pretty tight.
I was drinking gin and tonics.
So, and also you wore a Hawaiian shirt with a bolo tie.
Yeah. Well, no, it wasn't a Hawaiian. It was like a like that Hawaiian type. Yeah. Pale blue, red and like lime green stripes, vertical stripes. And
your mom must have just been devastated.
My mom
have just been like,
my mom didn't go, but I walked out and saw her before I left, and she said,
"You're like a slut leaving the house." She's like, "Where are you going wearing that?"
She said, if you went out with me, you wouldn't be dressed like that. And I said, "I think I look sharp," and she said, "You don't look sharp at all."
Well, that's actually a good response for you. No, I like that.
Yeah, it is.
I think I look sharp.
His dad
I think
his
I
dad's
look sharp.
like, you look fucking
Your
good.
dad thought you looked sharp?
I walked to the truck.
Is your dad a fucking idiot also?
My dad went, I like what you got going on right there.
Pretty sick bolo tie, son.
Dude, polo with a short sleeve dress
You
shirt.
might end up getting your dick sucked at your grandma's party.
I'm fully on board with the bolo, dude.
I do think it looks cool. I take back my criticism. I apologize.
Thank you. I think it looks tight.
That's what I'm talking about, dude. When dude should have to get pussy off shit like that. You got you got twin horses on the top of
Bro,
that?
hand painted.
Hand painted twin horses on the top. Damn, dude.
Damn.
I might get one of those LED belts that like says something like I'm the best or something. Did you ever see those? Just sag real hard.
Sorry, I was just trying to figure out how to make FUBU for retards by retards about the bolo tie, but I couldn't. Some retard hand painted two horses.
Oh,
another retard picked it up and was like, "It's pretty sharp." You shouldn't say that word, and we're going to retire it soon.
True.
This is our last couple months saying it, all right? We're sorry. We're growing.
Once Biden dies in office and Kamala takes over.
It'll probably be next episode. Dude.
Yeah, probably. What's the boy up to?
I'll tell you what he's doing. He's giving out $300 for every child under 6 years old to every parent.
Wait.
Under 150.
No strings?
Under 150K a month? Yes.
He's just, here you go.
The whole government, yes. $300 a month for every child.
So he's starting somewhat of a UBI.
Kind of, except it's
based on cheering.
Just for it's rewarding having children and making less money.
Huh.
I know that's kind of how welfare works, but I think we're going to run into a lot of people being like, I'm not going to work.
Oh, yeah.
And that's trouble. I know these sound like conservative values, but it also could be reality.
What if the society was underpinned by like a lot of people not trying to be productive at all?
Yeah, and then everybody's talking about like inflation, and seems like kind of the worst thing to do if we're facing inflation is just keep printing money and sending it to everybody.
I'll be curious to see what happens.
It's time for. Now, this isn't exactly what I'm saying.
Sure,
it's a touchy subject. I don't want to offend any people of color.
You think it's just people of color?
No, not just.
You think he's
certainly not? But I think they're gonna try to be like, all right, it's time for equality. Let's go ahead and just give everybody money.
Yeah,
it's like,
dude, I was in the. I know. No, I know.
I shouldn't try to.
I know what you're saying.
I don't know what I'm saying.
No, he's.
I'm so dumb, dude.
He's playing to his base. I know what you're saying. He's playing to his base.
Yeah,
and he's gonna start trying to do some like, yo.
Wouldn't this be cool?
Let's go.
Also, don't worry about Israel.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, it's fucking dude.
You like Israel?
Who, me?
Yeah.
I wish they would all just.
What, are you anti-Semitic or something?
I know, dude. No, dude. Apparently, there's some Jewish people I respect.
Catch-22 Jew.
But no, dude. I was sitting there with Brittany's mom. We're going to the airport, and she got a robocall that was like from like. I don't know, some like Czechoslovakian dude being like, "Oh, you identified as a person of color," and she's like, "Yes." He was like, "What do you think about the vaccine? Do you have access to it?" And she's like, "Yeah, blah, blah, blah." He's like, "Do you think that schools should require children to all get vaccinated, and if not, they cannot go to school?" And I'm in the back like, "What the fuck is this?" And like, "Do you agree, 1 to 5, do you agree that everybody should get it under 12 years old and that it is very safe and that you should get it every year as opposed to," and I'm sitting there being like, what fucking kind of market research, what kind of, and then he would stop between every like 4 like super creepy dystopian questions. He would stop and be like, "Do you agree that it is people of color are disadvantaged?" And okay, so should children be forced to get the vaccine in order to play the sports? And I'd be sitting there like, dude, this is fucking crazy. I think the narrative they got going right now is like, don't let the man tell you can't get the vaccine. You just
yeah.
So they're playing to this whole thing of like, be a revolutionary and step up.
I might get it.
I'm addicted to it, dude.
The vax?
Yeah, I've gotten it. Like, I've been very closeted about it. I've gotten all of them.
I'm thinking about getting it.
I've gotten all of them.
But you know why I haven't gotten it yet? It's because I'm lazy.
Yeah, I haven't gotten it because I'm genuinely, I don't take fucking Advil. I don't take Tylenol or Advil. So they're like, here, take this. Yeah. I'm like, I'll wait for it. I also don't want to jump the line, bro. I want to make sure everyone who's more vulnerable than me can get it. So I'm going to wait another 65 years probably.
Yeah.
And then I'll, maybe
consider it.
Yeah. I mean, there's now talking about what I got from that robocall. They're going to try to like do a 2-for-1 flu COVID shot. And they're going to start trying to give it out to people once a year. So that's what I got from the thing. But I think they're also trying to really pump up kids to get it too.
I'd be sick if that's how America collapsed.
If
the vaccine ended up just wiping everyone out in like a year.
It's possible.
What a catastrophic failure of an empire.
Yeah, that would stink, dude.
That'd be pretty sick. Just be like Jonestown, except the whole country.
Just the vax.
Just everyone just laying down dead, and then just patriots emerge. Patriots and black dudes emerge.
True, dude. Well, that's the other thing too. A lot of the stuff I read is like, they talk about like, they call it vaccine hesitation. Well, apparently too, I think they also now they include anti-vaxxer as people who are against mandated vaccines, if that makes sense. So like, well, that's an anti-vaxxer. And it's like, I got shots. When people are like, hey, here's a new one, take it now. I'm like,
yeah, hold on.
Hold up. I just believe in science. I'm like, let's let the scientific process on play in its fullest. I want to do more of a meta-analysis on everyone who gets it first. But I'm, again, I just fucking love science, dude.
I love science too. YouTube, don't deplatform us.
True.
We love science, dude. I'm getting it. I'm gonna get it. All right, just give me a minute. Jesus.
Will they shoot it in my thigh, or does it have to be the arm? Because my veins are already, dude. They're fucking.
What's that word when someone's veiny?
Vascular.
Vascular. Yeah, look at that.
Come on, dude.
Damn.
That's all I cared about when I was in 5th grade. All I cared about were pubes. I needed pubes.
Veins
I saw older kids who had fucking
veins.
I didn't have veins.
Like I got one on my hand and I was like, yeah.
Dude, that's what I'm saying. I remember just being like,
I went home and opened chips. I was like,
I remember when this came in and I was like,
a big one.
Woo! Fuck yeah, dude. I would just chill my pubes and my fucking veins and just be like, what the fuck is
Yeah,
up,
who's going to
dude?
stop me?
Can't come yet, but that's coming.
And Fauci came. He's like, motherfucker,
Fuck you, dude.
How dare you? We're not taking the vax. We're back, dude. Fuck YouTube. I got too many veins.
Yeah, I don't know. Again, I think people should do what they want. I'm right now battling addiction to the vaccine.
I bet it's all right to take.
Most people are fine.
If I had to guess.
Most people are fine. Hoss has been sending me some research.
I don't trust his research.
It's based off the CDC, and it's nothing crazy. It's just the unexplained deaths kind of jumped significantly. But
yeah, what was
from 500 to 3600.
What's interesting is right now my mom, dad, and sister all have colds.
Really?
And then I think my dad did like a doctor over the phone thing.
Yeah.
And the doctor was like, "No, you guys just have colds. You're fine." I was like, dude, 3 months ago, they would have been like, "You have COVID,
Yeah,
definitely.
Get out of the house."
Yeah.
Yeah, man. I think we're coming out of it, but they want to hit that 70% mark. So they're going to start vaccinating the children. And once they hit that 70% mark, then it's kind of like, all right, we'll just start selling this shit every year. It'll be like the flu shot. In 2 years, it'll be like, you don't get the flu shot and nobody gives a fuck.
Yeah.
It'll be like that in a couple of years, man. But, for now, the funny part is the masks. Like, people don't know what to do
Masks
with
is
themselves.
tough.
People don't know what to do with themselves.
I still feel a little like I should be wearing a mask.
Outside, you don't have to.
I know, of course, outside. I
Within the
rarely
place.
do that. But if I walk in somewhere, I'm like, I have to wear this.
I just launched a pretty decent experiment in it. I was at a wedding of about 200 people, dancing my ass off, dude.
Yeah.
So, stay tuned.
See if you get it.
I think I'm fine.
Yeah, I was just
I think I'm fine.
around about
True.
every weekend. I'm around 500 people, and then I get on airplanes.
But yeah, no, I
Probably get vaxxed.
I go to the playground.
For the people.
Well, this is what they're saying.
No, you got vaxxed, you fucking young hippie.
I did.
Yeah, I knew you
got
did,
vaxxed?
you fucking
You guys,
traitor.
what about you, Gardini?
Guard dog holding
Never.
strong, dude.
Bro, I wish I didn't know. It fucked me up.
You couldn't
Don't
see
get
it,
the
right?
vaccine, yo.
What happened to you?
Bro, I got like right after I got it, it like fucked me up for like 2 days. I was so sore and I couldn't eat. I had a headache. It was fucked up.
Are you able to
That's
reproduce?
why I got that bolo tie.
Bro, probably not.
Gardini's taking shots at you. You might have to whoop Gardini. Actually, Gardini will wail on you. He's a
Bro, I
both-
fucked
they're both
Gardini
wrestlers.
up, bro.
Wow, you guys are both wrestlers?
Yeah.
You guys should, what are we doing?
We took the mic from Gardini.
What the hell are we doing?
We're a team. We don't fight.
True.
You guys
True,
are road
yo.
dog and
True.
badass.
Yeah.
The New Age Outlaws.
Hell yeah.
You guys, you would never wrestle for us, for our amusement? As friends? As friends? Winner gets the bolo tie. Right now, the reigning, defending bolo tie.
Oh my God.
Please wrestle for the bolo tie.
I'll wrestle for the bolo tie.
Gardini, the gauntlet's thrown down.
I guess I'm forced to wrestle. I don't
No,
know.
you don't have to wrestle. I would be bummed if somebody bullied me into wrestling. I'm not going to.
Oh man. If this episode ended with them both red-faced and angry at each other, like, fuck you, dude.
Just a ripped button down.
The bolo tie gets split and the horse goes flying.
If the
that'd be
bolo tie
horrible.
got split, that'd be
catastrophe.
it'd be biblical.
You'd be personally responsible to fly out to
Yes.
Chicago and secure 2 new bolo ties, dude.
Is that where you got it? Chicago?
from
Is that what you said?
Colorado.
Colorado.
Excuse me, Colorado.
I could have that arranged.
For sure.
I would feel terrible if the bolo tie got ripped in a tussle.
Oh, fuck.
In a tussle.
That's how all bolo ties end, dude. There's a friendly
rootin'
tussle.
tootin'
Yes,
tussle.
people are rooting tooting. They get their bolo ripped. And they're just like, fuck you, dude.
I wore that to my grandma's. What the fuck?
So your grandmom's feeling naked as hell. Be like, damn, I got my bolo on. I feel like I'm underdressed for the occasion.
I feel like a fucking idiot. Yo, I got torched by the sun twice in the last 2
Dude,
weeks.
you got sunburned as hell.
I went to Tampa.
Tamper way, that'll get you.
Tampa way. I went out swimming.
Yeah.
Swimming.
Where you swimming in?
I go swimming, dude. I go to
the
hotel
ocean?
pools
Oh.
and I swim by myself.
Nice, dude.
And a lot of times I walk out and there's already a family out there and I turn around.
It's a public pool.
I know, but you can't swim with kids in the pool, in a hotel pool.
Yeah, I hear it. No, I hear you. I'd rather go dance sober at a BIPOC wedding
100%.
than just like
And go sit in a
slowly
pool.
dip in a
Just
pool.
Sticking out, just looking at kids.
Hey guys. Yeah, true.
So I went out to the pool, swam a little, didn't get any sun.
Yeah.
And I was like, I got this, no problem. So the next day I was like, I'm gonna lay out for a minute.
Oh, you got
dry
you
off.
got.
Well, I swam and I was like, I don't want these wet shorts coming up to my room.
Sure.
So I laid out to let the sun dry them, and I got devastated by the sun.
Damn.
Absolutely
You still look
devastated.
tan as fuck right
Well,
now.
this was from I went to the Minnesota Twins Oakland Athletics baseball match, and didn't wear a hat. I thought I could go
Should have worn a sombrero or
sit
something,
down
dude.
there. No, that would have been.
Like a bucket.
I did realize this. Watching baseball with white people, not that fun.
Yeah.
You go to like a Phillies game or a Yankees game, there's just white people. They just don't shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
They're just a little chatter here.
Yeah.
They like it. That's part of the game.
Yeah.
It's for like Jewish dudes and autistic dudes to go sit there and like yell.
Hey, you wanna
That's all they yell.
Yeah. Hey,
then-
come on now, another 34, they'll rally back here.
At the Twins game, I was sitting next to a bunch of Dominicans.
Nice.
It ruled.
What were they up to?
They just would yell, Platano powder at every Dominican player. They would yell,
Hell yeah.
Platano powder.
What's that mean?
I think banana power.
Hell yeah, dude.
Yeah. What? Yeah.
Plantain power.
And every Dominican player loved it.
Hell yeah.
They would look up at him and be like, "Yo, hell."
Have you ever
yeah."
been to Dominican Republic?
I have.
Pretty tight.
It is tight, but I was at a resort,
Same.
chilling.
I told you I stepped off the resort for like maybe 3 seconds. Got approached by dudes on dirt bikes instantaneously. They were like, "Do you want to ride?" And I was like, "No." And I just like went back into the thing. Like that was so fast.
Yeah, they're all
Outside,
over
if
it.
you go outside of the resort,
Jamaica was the same way.
Was it really?
There's dudes swinging by every time.
dude, if you go
Yeah.
out, I think like there's so much trash. If you go outside of the resort and like go around the Dominican Republic, it's just like empty 2-liters and Cheeto wrappers, like just fucking piled for like it's the whole road is just fucking like
Yeah,
it's crazy.
it's planting on power.
It's plenty of power, dude.
Yeah, the guy was yelling it and we were sitting right behind the Twins dugout, so they kept throwing balls to everybody. It was great.
That's fucking
What a
sick.
fun time, dude!
That's
Going to
awesome.
a ball game rules.
Yeah, I haven't been to one. I've never made a full one. I always kind
Oh,
of
it's
halfway
fun.
through
Yeah, but if you're not boozing,
start getting itchy.
you gotta drink a couple beers, or if you got
I
high,
was-
that'd be
that's
fun.
the thing. I was hammered. Oh, I got stoned. Getting stoned at
Yeah.
a baseball game and being in
Can't get
nosebleed
hammered.
seats rules.
Yeah.
The problem, I got hammered at the last one I was at. I had to get the fuck out of there.
Yeah,
But I went to one stoned when I was a youngster and sat in like the highest up seats when the Citizens Bank Park, I think, was first constructed. I remember just being like, "Whoa,
yeah, that's
fucking-
cool.
that was pretty
it's
tight.
a tough date for a bay. It seems like a good
it's
idea, and then you're in
no.
the third inning and you've been there for 3 hours.
They
and
like the
it's just
tailgating. Yeah, they like the
God damn it.
tailgating. The tailgating's fun. If you do the tailgating and then you go for like 2 innings and leave, great day.
Every year, I force a woman to go to a Notre Dame game with me,
That's awesome.
and they
That's the gauntlet.
hate
That's
it.
the gauntlet,
They
dude.
can't survive, especially because I'm definitely blacked out.
That was
Usually Adderall
so
and
fun.
blacked out, just like trying to watch
So you're on
the
a mission.
game.
You're on a mission, dude.
for some reason.
Dude, I was
Yeah.
so fucked up when we did the Notre Dame game. I was so fucked up. I barely remember. I couldn't tell who, like, what the fuck was going on.
Yeah.
But there was an older couple that kept telling me and Brittany we could stay at their house. Like they kept being like, "Yeah, anytime, yeah, come out and stay with us. We got plenty of room." I remember being like, "Are these guys trying to fuck us?" Like, what the fuck? I remember just sitting next to this couple who kept throwing it out there, like, "Come stay with us," and I was like, Brittany, we gotta get fucking.
It'd be
leave,
awesome if
dude."
you would have spazzed on them. We're not gonna fuck you,
fuck
you
you,
old
dude.
fucks. What the fuck?
They were like, we got plenty of room if you guys want to chill.
Yeah.
It was weird, man.
My
I remember-
boy O'Leary, dude. Were you there for that? No, I don't think you were there for that one.
What?
We drove the whole way out. You remember O'Leary?
Yeah, I know, Larry.
Yeah. We got out there.
Just talked to him like a
He
week
gets
ago.
into the stadium, snuck in a beer, cracks it open before kickoff. He got it kicked out.
Oh,
It was like a 10-hour drive.
damn, dude.
Yeah.
O'Leary's the man.
O'Leary is the man.
That beer was worth it, dude. Getting that pass.
It was like a Bud Light Lime.
Oh,
It was like a warm Bud Light Lime.
fuck.
Yeah.
Worth it.
Definitely not worth it.
Saved
And
it.
he was with his lady.
Saved it.
Him and his lady,
Oh.
they got ejected. You got to hear that fucking.
That's my number one nightmare of like flying with weed somewhere else. Just ruining a trip over like 4 vape
But I
pens.
wanted to get high.
I put them in with my regular. I don't think they give. Well, I'm allowed to have it in Pennsylvania. I have a medical card, and then I'm allowed to have it in Chicago because everyone can have it in Chicago.
Yeah, but in the air.
You just don't bust. That's the
True.
one. You just don't vape in the bathroom.
It's got to be so hard.
It's tempting, but
It's got to be so hard not to vape.
I don't
in the
I don't
bathroom.
really have a desire to be stoned on a plane.
I wonder if you hit it and then blew it into the toilet and pressed flush.
It's possible,
You know?
but if anyone smells, dude, they're fried. I've gone through it. You can eat the
They
gummies.
land the plane.
They'd be pissed. Yeah, they could land the plane. They would probably kind of be like, just because
Yeah.
no one wants it. They're like, just fucking don't. If I started smoking
Especially
the cig-
stewardesses.
That's one of my. I do want to do that. I think that's on my bucket list. When I get older, I want to just ground one plane, just light up a cigar and just sit there. I'm like, what
See
the?
what happens?
They do it,
Dude, that's
Turn it
the
around.
Louis joke.
What?
You can just yell down.
Oh, my
You can just sit on there and go down. And they have to land it. And they're like, why? You're like, I want to go down. Down. I ran into him last night.
Did you really?
And I was wearing his uniform.
Black tee, white jeans, and black tee?
Yes.
Were you guys dressed the same?
Yes. He walked in wearing it, and I was just like, fuck. And then he sat right next to me. We looked exactly the same. Yeah.
Did you tell him you were dressed like him, or you just let it ride?
I just let it ride. I was waiting for somebody in the room to be like,
are you guys the same or something?
yeah.
You're like, what?
Yeah, oh, pretty much, yeah. Kind of.
What are you guys, like the same
You
person?
guys wouldn't understand what it's like, dude.
You were just like coming up a stuff. You're like jogging up a subway, eating
Yeah.
pizza, just being like,
Oh, I think about it every time.
dude, really?
I walk to go to the cellar. You walk past
That's
you walk past the subway. He jogs up, and then the pizza place.
Yeah.
And every time I'm like, I should get a slice and
You're
stand there, take a
you're
bite,
tempted,
throw
dude.
it out, and then go in and bomb with the same 2 jokes I've been doing at the cellar.
How tempting would it be?
It's tempting. The cellar's been tough, dude.
Really?
Yeah, it's been because it's all hot babies.
Really?
It's just for some
Cream
reason
of
it's
the crop,
just
yeah.
hot chicks going to these shows, like all just hot chicks.
Yeah, well,
And then I go up with my fucking pedophile and Special Olympics jokes.
what the hell is wrong with that?
I don't know what's wrong with that. You'd think
What are they
it'd be
doing?
funny. People don't like me.
What?
Yeah, they're sick of it.
Nah, dude.
So we've had enough. They want to hear about sexual intercourse. That's the type of jokes they like.
Tell them.
I don't have many sexual intercourse jokes anymore.
Tell them about it, dude. Tell them what you do.
I talk about
Talk
you.
about that lineman fucking you in the ass, dude. What are you talking about?
I talk about you howling when you jizz
There you
sometimes.
go. There
That's
you
my
go.
best joke.
Gets hot
about
chicks pumped
sex.
up, dude.
Yeah.
So they just want to hear about the pussy.
They love hearing about pussy.
They don't hear about the pussy.
I go up, I'm talking about cancer and shit. People are upset. Then all you have to talk about is cum, and the whole place is like,
dude.
Yeah.
Start. Just jerk off.
I gotta work on it.
Jizz on
I
stage.
gotta work on my sex material.
True. They just want the sex stuff.
They want the sex stuff.
Give it to them.
Or you gotta be a person of color. They love it.
Pretend. Well, this.
White chicks from New York,
Yeah.
they only want to hear BIPOC speak
Just be
about.
woke. Just go over there and be woke as fuck.
I should.
Just be woke as hell, dude. Just go out there and be like, oh my god.
I'm with Palestine. How about y'all?
True.
How about we give it up for Palestine? I could get an easy, giant applause for.
Yeah.
How about we give it up for Palestine right now?
Yeah, man.
Give it up for Hamas, y'all.
Yeah, dude. Yeah.
Give it up for Boko Haram or whatever.
Yeah, I've been following that a little bit in terms of Israel and Palestine.
what have you discovered? I don't know.
I mean, it's just they fight each other, and Israel hit. Israel has this like defense, like an iron shield.
Yeah.
So they get
the
missiles.
Iron Dome.
Yeah, the Iron Dome.
I think it was built in Arkansas.
Was it really?
Yeah. I
Hilarious.
think it was manufactured in.
The Iron Dome.
Yes.
So yeah, they get like when they get missiled, they don't get hit that bad, and then they'll counter strike and just kill like 20 kids, and be like, "Well, we told them to get out." They hit the fucking press building. That was like, whoa,
Yeah.
that's pretty nuts.
Yeah.
Taking out a newspaper, but like we told journalists to leave or we would fire. Like it's their
Yeah.
job to not.
And then I did see that where they put out like a statement of why we did it. They like
said,
tweeted it out. They were like, Hamas is in that building too.
they're in there.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude.
Fuck, who tweeted that? They were like, it'd be funny if Al Qaeda would have put this out after 9/11.
Like, well,
Like, I know there were some people in there, but this is why we did it.
yeah, the whole thing sucks, dude. It's like it seems to stop leading credence to like being the whole idea of being like I'm this type of person and blah, 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 blah. It's like you might have to all give it up, man. Might have to
Yeah.
all give it up. Every single one of us, dude.
I went into a rabbit hole off of this Israel-Palestine thing, but not following that. I started following stampedes at religious ceremonies.
Nice, nice.
Israel, I didn't know the Jews got down like that too.
Oh yeah, dude.
I always thought it was Muslim stampedes.
No, they stampede hard
The
too.
Jews will stampede. They
I
get
think-
spooked at the watering hole.
Yeah, what are the Muslims? The Muslims spin around the thing.
They both do. They
They
both do
both
the
spin the
circle
thing?
dance. They love. Well,
What-
Muslims do the thing in Mecca. You got to circle it 5 times.
What is like Muslims go clockwise and Jews go counterclockwise?
Probably.
And they fucking
They clash
fuck
and
you, dude.
stampede.
Fuck you, dude.
Yeah,
It's a wall. It's like the wall of death, dude. At a mosh pit,
it really is.
they just mosh around the fucking wailing wall.
I saw a video. There was a video recently of a bleacher collapse, packed to the brim with Jews dancing.
Dude, they're dancing on the bleachers.
Yeah,
What were they celebrating?
like here we come to get you. Just fucking-
Dude.
That's a sick song, dude. Halftime.
And they fucking where were they though?
I think in Israel. I don't know.
So they're just getting pumped up.
They were doing the back and forth
Yeah.
dance. Like
Just
like a basketball team pregame.
getting ready.
They're fucking-
Da-na-na-na-na. True.
And then it just
Damn.
it's crazy. Yeah, and then I looked
they
up.
just sent like 5 missiles over to
I
the
think-
Gaza
yeah,
Strip
they're
in
like-
response. Fuck. Who the fuck loosened these
I think
bolts?
2 people died in
Really?
that one. Then I watched one, I think it was 2 years ago. 44 died in a stampede at this one thing.
Why were they stampeding?
I have no
It's
idea.
getting fired
Another
up.
bleacher collapse.
What?
Yes. And then a
Stay
bunch
off
of
the
people tried to,
bleachers.
get off the damn bleachers.
What the
What the fuck's going on the bleachers? Yeah.
Yeah, they're getting fired up, man. It's a fucking nightmare, dude.
What you guys watching the collapse?
We're trying to figure out what's up about it, but
They're just stomp. They stomp hard, dude.
It was a synagogue.
Yeah, they stomp.
It was a synagogue with bleachers?
Like
Damn.
a mega synagogue.
Yeah, it says it was a synagogue in the West Bank, and 200 people got injured. Like the whole thing just collapsed.
Yeah.
2 people
Oh.
died. It says that the building wasn't like completely finished, and they were just like packing the gills, you know,
What is the synagogue still in existence to this
Do
day?
you say packing the gills?
to the gills.
Packed to the
Oh, I
gills.
wasn't sure if you thought it was packing the gills.
No.
All right, sorry. I didn't mean to be a cunt there.
You're a beat con.
Oh, that's a little cunt.
You're just quality control.
Did you just say that?
You-
Did you not know that
One
this
thing
is
about
how
me,
it
I'm a
was?
stickler for grammar. I just love grammar. You're just making sure that people aren't fucking up.
Yeah,
That's all you run to type
because I
shit.
can understand. Because every once in a while, there's a would I say colloquialism?
Yeah,
Would that be like a saying,
colloquialism. Yeah,
or is that just a localized saying?
it's like a local saying.
It's good for me to correct someone and then not know what the fuck I'm talking about either. But
Yeah, we're all
like a saying, you can get wrong like that,
sure.
like packing the gills.
Oh yeah,
You know,
done it
because
myself.
it makes sense in your head. You're like shoving things in gills. You know,
packed to the gills. So they were at this. They were at the Megagog, getting fired
Yeah.
up.
Jew Olstein was up there.
Jewel Olstein.
He's up there.
600 people were in the synagogue.
Whew.
Damn. When was this?
You should see it. The synagogue's small.
May is when it
Was this during COVID?
It was.
No, it's just like
This is
3 days ago. Yeah.
That's what I'm more pissed about.
Yeah, no, man.
What the fuck, man? The CDC is not totally clear yet on indoor stuff. Were they all vaccinated? Does anyone know that?
Doubt it.
I'm really worried about Israel right now and Palestine. The fact that they're gathering like that without being properly vaccinated in close quarters. Were they all 6 feet apart at least?
No way.
What the
No way.
fuck?
Oh,
There's
dude.
600 of them. And
That-
the building wasn't even
the-
done being built yet.
The capacity
Packed
of
in
that
the
building
gills,
must
man.
have been 80.
Packed in the
What?
Dude.
I knew it was bad over there, but I didn't know it was that bad.
A little boy died too.
Ah,
Yeah.
it's
Well,
that
not
happens over
funny
there. That happens
anymore.
It
all
looks like they fell in like a wave. Like they went down and they were like, whoa, you know?
Damn.
Well, I don't think it's funny.
One
It's not
little boy
funny, it's
died.
just what
One
happened.
little boy got crushed. One boy got crushed in the Megagog. Fuck, that sucks.
Oh,
man.
another one. The other one, it came 16 days after an ultra Orthodox church. Like it got like crushed and 45 people died there.
Here, Matt.
Just right after that?
Before.
Oh, fuck.
2 weeks
man.
before.
What? Who's making their seating?
Sorry, everybody.
Palestinians.
Oh my god, dude.
Yeah, it's just. We should probably pause.
No, we can watch. At least 200 people were killed. Oh, and then it turns into a stampede. There's the back.
Oh, I never saw the back.
Oh no, this is the boys were on the bleach. Okay, I didn't show the collapse in the one. Yeah, the bleachers went down, dude.
Yeah.
Dude.
I was always weary of that.
Rabbi was probably getting it too. And everyone's
Oh,
like,
he was
oh,
probably
and he was
killing
like,
it.
yup, and looked back and was like, shit.
Shit, I went too
Fuck.
hard.
I mean, dude,
Went too hard. Got the boys rocking.
what do you think happens? What do you think happened as a result?
I know it's not. We're not supposed to make jokes. But I think there's probably a collective like, oh. It's only funny because
I mean, that's
it's not
gotta be-
funny at all.
It's not funny at all. I'm saying
Just
from,
like the Trump flag.
from a legal
The Trump
perspective.
flag behind there, it was like, it's not funny. It's like, in fact, it's so funny that it's not funny. There's a lot of things like that.
I'm talking about that's got to be a legal nightmare, dude.
Yeah.
A synagogue collapsing.
Oh my
Can you imagine that case in court?
Oh my God.
Fucking everyone's getting a piece of everyone's ass, dude. People are like,
Yeah.
I don't even know what's occurring right now.
Everybody.
It's like,
in
well,
neck
that guy
braces.
elbowed me as he fell.
I think everybody in Israel tomorrow is gonna be in neck braces. It's like, were you there? It's like, yeah. They're gonna be on UBI after that. The whole country. That's not funny.
That's not funny at all, dude.
But I love that now that Palestine and Israel are at war and the left supports Palestine, we can be anti-Semitic again.
Yeah. Well, it's funny too. Like, it's just a group of people you can make fun of, like any other group of people. But they were off the table for a while. They were off the table because it all depends on everything else. I made fun of I said the Italians are pigs. I said they eat like pigs.
Yeah.
Then the Jews fell off the bleachers, and it just.
There's
always something
there's an
funny
interesting
about
one where something like with Tony Hinchcliffe happens.
Yes.
And he says that word, that fucking unspeakable thing, that destroyer of all worlds, that word. And then there's always a comment of like, well, what if it was black people that he said it about?
Yeah.
What if it was the N word? And it's like, all right, well, what if it was Mick?
Yeah.
What if it was WAP?
Yeah.
If you want to do that game.
Yeah, of course.
Because then they have to be like, well, that's different. That's not as bad. And it's like, ooh,
Oh,
your
so they-
rules, not mine.
So they vary.
So they do vary, perhaps.
They obviously do, dude.
Yeah.
This is general consensus stuff. They obviously do.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah. I mean, the problem is when there's people who genuinely are like, I fucking hate this group of people, and it's like that stinks. But it ruins it for everybody else. Just trying to have a fun Josh on everyone.
I was talking to your brother William
Yeah.
about dudes saying the N-word in
Yeah.
stand up. And I was like, you have no idea how often that happens.
They just rip it.
Of like a dude coming on stage at an open mic and being like, sup everybody, and then hitting the N-word and just disappearing.
Open micers, go for it,
Open
dude.
micers. Just a guy showing up being like, all right, I'm going to fast forward. My career's over right now
Yep.
on my first mic.
Dude.
The N-word.
They fly too close to the sun too soon, dude.
Right away.
I've a couple dudes have done it, and it's so funny, dude.
It's so all right. Obviously, the word's not funny. It's
Sure.
disgusting. But what is funny is a guy trying to get away with it.
Also,
It's
just
so funny to watch at a show.
also just being like, because when someone's doing stand up for the first time or so, they've been thinking about it for months.
Oh,
So they're like, oh my God, this is going to
I
change.
well crafted.
I'm
it.
about to change the fucking game.
I'm gonna go ahead and say it.
But like, the way I'm doing it's just different,
It's just
dude.
different, dude.
Just better. And then they go, and everyone's like, whoa, what the fuck? They never show up ever again. Yeah, it happens a decent amount.
Yeah, we used to get hit with truckers. I think I told you.
You told me about this?
dude. Because in Harrisburg, there's like a bunch of just truckers. It's always truckers passing
Yeah.
through, and yeah, dudes would just swing by and be like, I think I'll give this open mic thing a shot. Just crush an N-word.
It's fucking
Get back in their truck.
just
And
pull
then
off.
hit a different mic. They're just Lone Rangers, just hitting different mics
Oh
with the
my
N-words.
God, dude. Maybe this will work down in Sioux City over there.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's very funny. It's funny watching dudes instantly implode. They're like, all right, here we go. Let's press it. Let's press the button. Oh, no.
It doesn't
all right.
feel good. I'm sorry.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
My ex-doctor.
Yeah, you told me about this.
Yeah, man.
It's wonderful.
He fell.
He was like, I'm going to try a mic.
He
It's like,
picked.
yeah,
He
give it a
did
shot.
one set. He already
Yeah.
did a set. And the guy was like, does anyone
really?
want to go back up? It's like, where you have more time. And he
He
goes,
did the same. He did 2 sets in one night?
no, what he did. Yeah, he did 2 sets in one night. First
Oh.
set he did was like, yeah. And he started going, I knew I should have done that N-word shit. And he goes up. He goes, I got something. Goes up, rips. And literally people are going, the late Mike Brooks, RIP, goes, dude, sit down. Stop it.
Oh,
People were like,
nice.
boo. People were booing him. And he was like, and then it's like got off stage and stormed out. And then it fucking came back to bite him. And
Oh,
he also got in some other trouble for some other shit. But
yeah.
the guy hates us. It came to his attention that we were talking about it on our podcast.
Was that the guy who had his own thing?
Yeah, he had a little show. And he
remember
was
that.
like, fuck those guys. Because the person on the show asked him about it. And he was like,
That was Stoner Dads. That
No,
guy
that-
walked so you guys could run, dude.
true.
That show, the fish lens, where they were just getting high talking. Dude, that was just Stoner Dads. That was the prequel.
That was proto stoner dads. Dude, yeah, we bullied him. We fucking.
What's wrong with saying it? I didn't say it.
It was him being like, I just don't lie anymore. And the one intern was like, did you say the N-word at an open mic in Philadelphia? And he goes, what? No. Who the hell said that? If I did, I see what they're saying. That would have been, but I didn't say that. And you just watch this guy for
It's funny. That's
30
exactly
minutes.
how I responded to my agent when she called and was like, did you say And I was like, no, I wouldn't say that.
What?
And she was like, here's a clip. I was like, all right. I said,
Well, it's so funny. If you watch that knowing the situation, the rest of the clip is the guy being like sitting on a couch, stoned to the bone, just being like, fuck. My fucking cool weed show I just got blasted for saying the N-word. I just sit there just going, you can see it just in like Deep Space Nine, just like, what the fuck? I was genuinely like feeling
fuck.
Watching it, being like, that must be the worst fucking feeling.
Oh, fuck, dude. It's, I know if you don't know, you can't know. But open micers, if you go to an open mic and you see a random, it's usually just a disheveled 40 to 50-year-old man coming on stage being like, hey, everybody. And then just fucking...
Oh, yeah.
What was that? Do you guys 2 cents?
Whoa. Yeah, man.
Yeah.
You can spot them. They're there. They're kind of in the corner doing their own thing.
It's its own creature.
Yeah.
There's a lot of creatures at an open mic, and that's a very distinct creature.
It's a scorpion of open mics, dude. They're just ready.
You find them under rocks. They glow. There's also the black nerd.
Oh, yeah.
Very prevalent.
Oh, yeah.
What else is there? There's white autists throughout.
That's a lot. A lot of white autists.
Lesbians, former burlesque dancers, a lot of that.
Oh, yeah.
A lot of burlesque turned.
Yeah, they figured they'll get into that.
I'm trying to think what else is.
I mean, there's like, obviously there's alt.
There's also obviously alpha ballers that everybody hates because they're misunderstood.
They're just misunderstood, bro. Yeah, there's that. There's alt white guys. There's like, there's even some like.
A lot of musicians. A lot of dudes did music first, do stand up.
Yeah. Usually not the best.
But the most dangerous of all is the roaming occasional N-word.
The scorpion, dude. The scorpion.
The scorpion's out there.
They're rare. And there's like, you look at like groups and be like, all right, that guy's one of those guys, and you see one of those dudes and you go, that guy's rolling solo.
That guy's,
For life, dude.
Yes.
He's rolling solo for life. Trying to find friends.
Looking in all the wrong places.
I know, dude. Saying all the wrong things, dude.
Wrong bait. Yeah.
Well, hell yeah, dude.
Yeah, let's you got a big announcement.
About to get into it, dude.
Matt's got his copybook.
Come on, baby. Before the Flood. That's from the book Before the Flood. So that's where my research started, and it branched into some
no
interesting
spoilers
territory.
But Matt's got a research project, historical, for the Patreon.
Yeah.
So join us there.
I would say also, historio-philosophical, it's like philosophic, historical. It's like a lot of different stuff. Historio-philosophical.
Sounds like it could be gibberish, but we'll find out.
I was worried. No, I had to do a couple edits because I was like,
the more gibberish, the better, to be honest.
This will be wild. And it's going to be a 2-parter, so I don't know if I'll be able to fit everything in one.
I will be the 21st and 22nd this weekend. So this Friday and Saturday in Springfield, Missouri.
Ooh.
The 27th, 28th, and 29th, we will be at Magooby's Joke House in Baltimore, Maryland.
Another big project going on that weekend, too.
Oh, yeah, big project. We might tour some battlefields. We're not sure yet. The 11th and 12th, the 11th and 12th of June, I'll be at Governor's in Long Island.
Nice.
Then 17th, 18th, 19th, Richmond, Virginia. 24th, 25th, and 26th of June, Cleveland, Ohio.
Ooh.
And then maybe we're thinking about a little Austin trip in July. I'm not sure. That has nothing to do with Rogan, by the way.
Yeah.
It does,
dude,
it does not.
Talk about that.
Yeah.
That was so funny last week to have to do, to not be able to talk about it. It was fun.
No Rogies.
Yeah, dude.
But
it's what he'll probably, whatever.
We'll see.
He'll probably be keeping on. He probably has your location pinged.
Yes.
He knows where you are.
He's gonna listen to the cast. Help.
Share your location with him.
I might DM him and be like, help.
Get his number and just share your location, just so he knows where you're at all times.
Yeah.
Like just
check in on me.
Keep a watch on me, dude.
Thank you for listening. Join us on the Patreon for Matthew's presentation.
Yep.
The Wild Wild West.
We're live. Jared Clickstein, what the fuck's up, dude?
Thank you for having me. Total honor.
Dude, thanks for coming to do this.
Yeah, of course.
I was hyping your book up on the Patreon too. I never really talked about it on the regular one, I don't think.
No, I appreciate it. It like
What a
it
book.
changed everything. Yeah.
Dude, that shit was unbelievable.
Thank you.
Glad you're alive. I'm glad you sent me the thing, and I'm like, all right. I started I read a sample chapter, and I'm like, oh, this is fucking. I've always wanted. For people who don't know, you basically lived for a period on Skid Row.
Yeah.
And that's not the whole story is like, how you got there, how you started off, blah blah blah. But Jesus Christ, for my like perverted voyeuristic brain, I was like, I can actually like get some boots on the ground account of that, because you just drive by it and you're like, Jesus Christ. So that for me was very satisfying, which I'm sure it's like, thanks, dickhead. But it's like, I really was always curious what that was like.
Well, everyone's curious. I mean, everyone sees Skid Row, everyone sees these homeless junkies, and like one finally made it out and is like can read words and write words and stuff.
That's a big one. That's a big one.
So so I wrote it, and I try to make it funny, because a lot of people write these like drug memoirs, and they're really, like Hunter Biden's memoir is probably not funny.
No.
And I
unless you're against the Bidens, and you're like, ha ha.
Well, of course, yeah.
Actually, he does a good job at swaying people. I'm like, yeah, Joe Biden is a good fucking. Yeah. Maybe he is. I don't fucking know.
Maybe he is.
But
maybe
it wasn't.
Hunter is.
Yeah, it wasn't funny. Hunter's was not. Really
you read
funny.
it?
Yeah, I read Hunter's. Yeah.
Okay.
I'm on a big autobiography kick, man. I read them all. Although I feel like, and forgive me, but I think there could have been aspects of his that might have been politically pressured to kind of like paint a certain light.
Oh, I'm sure. I'm sure he didn't write it either.
That's another big one.
Yeah. So I wrote it, and
Although
listen,
he was pretty productive, man. He was blasting. He was just ripping crack. He could have just.
He could have, yeah. What's crazy is I was just in Boston, and I like went through all my personal stuff, and I found all my dad's shit, because my dad was a crackhead, and I got taken away when I was 12, and then he just went like full Hunter Biden. He got these camcorders, and I have like 20 hours of footage. No dicks or anything, or not yet. I've only watched like 2 hours.
What's his footage? So it's non-sex tapes. It's just
him. It's like him and my mom like smoking crack and like being paranoid, and like him doing drug deals and like setting up the camera on his like little Ford tours, because he's paranoid.
True,
and it's like him like filming his closet, and he's like, the CIA has like summoned a demon to live in my closet. It's like really crazy.
How many
shit.
hours of this footage do you have?
I have like 20 tapes. Yeah.
Damn.
So that'll probably be the subject of like the next book or like a documentary.
Yeah, I was about to say that would be a wild doc. Yeah. Damn, maybe he was just reviewing the tapes, trying to get better at drug dealing, being like, I could have been a little more careful right there in that parking lot. I could have.
Well, I think he was just really paranoid and was filming everything. And I think crack does make you voyeuristic, or it makes you start filming for some reason. I don't know.
Really?
Yeah, but this is like 2001, like with a camcorder.
I could see that. If you wake up and you're like, damn, last night was a movie, dude. Yeah. I got to record the next one.
And he's like learning how to edit. It was like editing on the camera, like doing swipes and stuff. So it's like him smoking crack, and then there's just like a swipe of a picture of a crack pipe. He's like doing like iMovie shit from 2001.
So you're going to go through all that footage?
I'm going to go through all. Yeah, I went through like 2 hours of it already.
Damn, what was that like? That must have been kind of charged.
I mean, I know I'm laughing, and I know this is a comedy podcast, but yeah, it's dark.
Yeah,
it's
dude.
fucking dark.
Yeah, man. But, oh my God. Yeah, that would, yeah.
Yeah. All right.
Did you submit for America's Funny Some Videos yet?
I mean,
and your dad passed recently?
My dad passed. Yeah.
Sorry
Not from crack. Yeah. He cleaned up. Yeah. But thank you. Yeah. R.I.P. So this is a weird way to be introduced to my dad, but
yeah.
And I hope there's no dicks or any like. I'm just praying that there's no like sexual stuff. But
yeah, you can. Blur.
He wasn't like that.
You can blur him for the doc.
Yeah.
that would be pretty rugged, dude.
Yeah.
It's also I don't know. There is something heart. Because it's your parents, it's your dad. So there's something like heartwarming about watching it, but it is.
Yeah.
It's utterly twisted.
Well, what's really fucked up is like I remember them on drugs. So seeing them on drugs is like heartwarming.
Yeah,
which
that
is
makes
fucked
sense.
up.
Yeah, it's very fucked up.
But it's good footage.
That would be a pretty stellar doc.
Yeah, HBO, if you're listening,
Yeah, and if there's any part of you that's like, is it right? It's like, dude, I always say, yes.
Yeah.
They owe it to you.
Yeah.
If he recorded the crack footage, don't waste it. Be like, should I really put them out there like that? I would say yes. Not in a bad way, but it's like, it's your story to tell.
Yeah, exactly.
If I was doing that and my kids had all that footage, I'd be like, yeah, dude, fuck it. You can do anything with this, please.
No, and it shows them in like a pretty good light. I mean, they're good. They were good people, you know? So like, they're like having conversations and talking about cool shit and like, dragons living in the closet and all that. So it is funny. It is dark, but, unfortunately that's all the footage I have of them.
Really?
Yeah.
Damn. Yeah. I mean, to be fair, most people don't have any. I have no videos really of my parents. So
I know, you don't really think about that. So fortunately, they were crackheads and got really into camcorders.
That's pretty sick, dude. I might hire a camera crew, full-time camera crew of my parents now. Catch their just catch their remaining years, just turn their whole life into a reality show against their will.
Yeah. No, I filmed my dad like right before he died. He like told a story because he did Yo-Yo Ma's kitchen and like all his finished carpentry or like finished cabinetry and all that. And he was like stealing Oxycontin from Yo-Yo Ma.
Who's Yo-Yo Ma?
He was a celloist.
Yeah. Who was on Oxys?
I think he like is a legitimate guy that got like a back surgery or something.
I believe that.
But my dad did not, he was just stealing it.
Doing his kitchen.
Yeah, so he told the story. It was pretty funny.
That's really funny, actually.
Yeah.
How'd the kitchen turn out?
Really good. My dad was a great carpenter. He did John Kerry's desk and office, and John Kerry tried to not pay him.
What?
Yeah,
Senator John Kerry?
Senator John Kerry has it. Yeah, apparently he had an issue with paying people.
What?
Yeah, they wrote about it in the Boston Globe. Yeah.
Damn. I never heard. You heard it here first, dude. Boston Globe wrote the story, but heard it here second, dude. That's crazy.
Yeah.
So he tried to stiff. How much did he try to stiff your dad for?
Oh, I don't know how much, but my dad went. He was like a senator in Boston, and then I guess he went to D.C. at some point, and my dad went down to D.C. and like did his office down there.
Got you.
Yeah.
And he was like, "Thanks, dickhead."
Yeah.
Oh, that's brutal, dude.
Yeah.
That sucks. So that was like your whole start was just you grew up just. It was kind of nuts, or like I remember you described it as like it was nuts, but as a little kid you would just watch your parents just kind of off the rails and be like, "Man, they're just they're a little stressed." Like you eventually learned. It was a funny part of that book was like I thought they were smoking weed, and I was like, "Holy shit, dude!"
Well, that's what's cool about the like the tapes that I have because my dad would make his own crack pipes, and they look like little like bongs, So I would just find these bongs, and I just thought my parents were smoking weed.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, because I saw Half Baked came out, and I was like, oh, my parents are just, they just weigh 90 pounds and they smoke weed.
They must not be getting the munchies enough. Yeah, that is pretty. There was parts of that book literally I would just start crying. I brought it to Denver with me. I read it I started reading it on the plane. I'm like, Jesus Christ, it's so like engrossing.
Yeah.
You get so engrossed in it, and then I would get back from shows and just read it for like hours, and I ripped through it in like pretty much a weekend.
Yeah, well, thank you, man. I mean, I'm not like obviously I've like have holes in my brain, and I've like killed a lot of brain cells, so it's an easy read. I'm not Shakespeare or anything, but but I appreciate
no old English in there at all.
No old English.
Yes, we're leaving. Yeah,
but I'm sure you get hit up by a lot of people with like, here's a picture I drew or whatever. Here's a book I wrote. Thank you for reading it.
Dude, it was awesome.
Thank you.
It was genuinely really and then and you've been on Fox, I think, a couple times, or maybe what else? You've been on the news.
Yeah.
And you're like giving like the takes on like homelessness, which I thought that was kind of cool too. I didn't know.
Yeah.
Because you came out of that. I'm sure people would love to have you like, see, we need more funds. And you're like, actually.
Well, Fox loves me because if any opportunity to shit on California, like they'll take you on. So they took me on like immediately. And I'm like pretty apolitical, but and everyone was like, don't go on Fox. Like, it's going to fuck your life up. Fuck Fox and all that. And I was like, no, I'm going to go on Fox.
Yeah, why
and
not?
I did it, and it got me a book deal. And it actually reunited me with my aunt and uncle.
That's pretty cool.
Because they thought I was just still a crackhead.
What?
At like 5 years sober. So they saw me on the news.
I saw you on the Winners Network, obviously.
Yeah.
Like, damn, dude, he's fucking winning right now.
Yeah. Well, they don't, actually, they're kind of like, they don't like Fox. But like a relative was like, yo, Jared's on Fox. And they saw me and they're like, oh shit, he's probably not smoking crack.
Yeah, they have to watch it and be like, huh.
Yeah.
This is pretty good. I mean, it is that was a cool thing you did in the book where it's like, here's my story. And then it's like, by the way, and I think you did this pretty good where it wasn't like, because you could have like went full court press, like, here's my takes on policy, blah, blah, blah. It would just get like tossed in, peppered in. You'd be like, yeah, that's a fair point.
Yeah.
And correct me if I'm wrong. Your whole idea is that like, definitely we should help homeless people, but like, let's kind of build accountability in there. If you're just kind of like putting people up for free or just like showering people in resources and not dealing with the inner issue.
Yeah.
You're killing them because they're just going to keep getting high and die.
Yeah, it's like a house is burning down, and like instead of spraying it with water, you're like, here's like medicine to like deal with your burns.
Yeah,
we have to kind of address the key, like the foundational issue of addiction. And listen, there's a lot of homeless people that aren't addicted. Obviously, some of them are just mentally ill.
Yeah,
permanently. A lot of those people that are mentally ill, like I was mentally ill. Like I was screaming in like a McDonald's dining area. Like I was like yelling at people and throwing shit.
That feel good.
Yeah.
I've always wanted to get up.
It kind of does, because when you're home, it's crazy because when you become homeless, you're like, I'm like jaywalking. It like starts with jaywalking. And then you're like, I'm going to like deliberately walk in front of cars.
Yeah, dude, I always wondered about that. So you start being like, fuck these cars, I'm going.
And then you're like, I'm going to litter. And then you're like, I'm going to like knock over a trash can. And it just like escalates. And it's like, I'm going to throw shit at people in a McDonald's. Whoa. And then it's like, I'm going to rob people.
Yeah. Then you know, I might as well put all this energy to good use.
Yeah. And then, it does escalate. Because going to jail is like, it's basically like a sleepover. It's like, oh shit, I get to like chill for like 3 days. So going to jail is like not a punishment. It's like, oh shit, I'm gonna get a pillow and like a shower.
Yeah.
So you're like, I'll throw shit at people.
Yeah, that makes sense. I'm gonna fuck this lady up.
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw a guy recently. Whatchamacallit? Jesus Christ, I'm blanking on where I was. This is bad. I was in Portland, Oregon, and they have a lot of homeless people there.
Oh yeah.
This weekend, and there was this guy. I was me and Nate Marshall were walking, and this guy, he was kind of drunk. He was like, "Oh, what are you guys, homies?" And I was like, yeah, actually we are. And I was like, maybe he's just being friendly. I couldn't really tell. And then I come back and he was just getting in homeless people's faces and being like, what's up, dude? And like shoulder bumping him. I'm like, dude, you're going to get fucking stabbed, dude. I was waiting for it. I'm like, please fucking bash this guy's head in with it. That was the thing too. Like I didn't realize how hard everyone was rumbling in this. I mean, obviously I knew there's like bad stuff going on, but you're saying like you'd sleep with like a pipe between your legs. People would come in your setup and you got to just fucking... Yeah, that shit. I was like, I mean, it makes sense, obviously, but I was always like, I think people are maybe just chilling, a little more peaceful.
No, people are pretty angry.
Yeah,
because you have nothing to lose. When you have nothing to lose, you're willing to lose your life because your life isn't worth that much. So, and I'm like, I'm like not big. I'm like a white guy. I like look, I look the way I look, but I looked like I was like 16 until I was like 30.
Yeah.
So I looked like a kid. And,
same. And then I looked like I was 75 very fast. I skipped like three decades of aging. And now I went from like looking like I was like 27 to looking like I was like 55.
Yeah. Well, I look forward to hitting that relatively soon. But so like I looked like a bitch basically. I mean, I'm not hard, so people tried to fuck with me. And like, being white on Skid Row is unlike everything else in life, it's a detriment.
Yeah, true.
So it wasn't that cool. But people were almost like flabbergasted. They're like, "What is this like suburban white boy?" They were like kind of respected it.
Yeah,
they were like, "Holy fuck, man! This like clean cut white kid is like doing it on Skid Row." So
and it was probably came in handy. Like I was reading that, like that's kind of nice when you're able to like use your kind of appearance too. It just helped you.
Yeah, like I went to college, I can talk. So like people were like, "Oh shit, we could keep this kid around and like." Talk to the police for us or whatever. And I was really good at stealing because of it.
Yeah.
If you're like a Mexican guy with tattoos all over your face, it's not easy to like go steal shit.
Yeah. Trying to lift toothpaste is not easy.
Yeah. At least 10 years ago.
True. Yeah. Now it's all locked up, I guess.
Yeah. So that kind of fucked everything up. Like I was doing it back in the day when they weren't locking everything up and I was like pretty good. I had like a pretty good system and I made more money than I do now. Like working a job.
Yeah, you were saying when you were shoplifting, it was a couple thousand like a day pretty much?
No, like a couple thousand a week untaxed.
Yeah.
Sweet. So like the same that you would make it like a job now.
Same, it's a shame you missed the self-checkout.
I know.
I had no excuse. I was of a relatively sober mind and I pillaged those things pretty hard in the beginning. Yeah. And it wasn't even for like a lust for stuff. I was just kind of like, it was more of like a game where I'd be like, is anyone here actually paying attention to this? Yeah, and it turned out not really at all.
No,
but yeah, I've since obviously given that up. But I remember that part of the book where you had a guy who would serve as decoy, and then you would just slip into the side and just because he was, I guess everyone was like, oh, this motherfucker is going to come in here and steal, and you could just clean out and move.
Yeah, Richie. I mean, his real name was Ryden. I'll just say it, I guess. But Ryden was like known across LA County as like a top shoplifter. So. He'd go in first. All the staff would be like, fucking Ryden's here. They would like, they'd like all huddle around Ryden. And then I'd sneak in with 2 like Trader Joe's like permanent shopping bags tucked in my pants and just like dump shit into my bags.
Damn, then you'd probably be looking pretty hippie when you went out there though.
I know. I look like a good Samaritan just chopping.
Wait, so you had them in your pants and you popped them out?
Popped them out.
And then carried?
Yeah, just carried 2 bags. And I linked up with this like, what do you call it? Like a fence. And I got him to start buying makeup. So I just like pour makeup into my bag and he'd give me like $2.75 per little eyelash thing or whatever. And I just started making a ton of money.
Damn.
And still going to sleep every night with $0.
Fuck.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty wild. That was the craziest thing. So for you, it was like, you know, and again, in the book, you kind of detail it, but you start out, you know, it's pretty like regular kind of stuff. But in terms of the drug use, it wasn't so much of like, oh, I'm going to try this, I'm going to try that. You just describe having this just like constant feeling of like, this is wrong, shit's fucked up.
Yeah.
Then it was like, I need to stay drunk all the time. And it was the thing you talk about I really like is just how like the kind of the mental gymnastics of like, look, here's my line. I'm good on this side of the line. If I cross this line, then it's a problem. Then you cross the line, you're like, look, no, the line's over here. And if I cross over here, then I'm fucked. Then eventually it's like, God damn it.
Yeah. There's just constant, and obviously the end line is like, I'm gonna have sex with a guy for money. You know, that's like the last line. And fortunately, I did not cross that line. I know people don't believe that, but
why? Why do people not believe that? What the fuck, dude?
It's just all my high school friends are like, we know you did it. You know, and I swear I didn't. I mean, one time I let a guy tickle my feet for $100.
Who wouldn't, dude? That's fair.
Who wouldn't?
Yeah,
you know?
that's fair.
and he actually was like a kind of a camcorder guy, so like he filmed it.
Oh,
and
no.
I've hit him up on Gmail. This was like 2011, so I've recently hit him up on Gmail, and I'm like, yo, I know you've tickled a lot of feet, but like, do you remember me? Like, I'd like to see that footage. And he's like,
I'll give you $100. How about that?
Yeah, exactly. And he's like, what size foot were you? Like, I got to remember. And he's like, I don't know, man, I've tickled too many feet. You know? But he like tied me up in a bed, like with those like, you know, those like kinky tie up things that have like quick release. It's like safe play or whatever.
I could imagine.
Yeah. So like, it was like kind
Me
of
and my
like,
wife, no, there's no safe play. No.
But he was cool. He went to UC Berkeley. He was like a small Asian man.
Nice.
We talked to UC, you know, I went to UC Santa Cruz, so we had our little rivalry. We talked school, and then he tickled me.
What was his deal? Was he kind of like,
Just a sexual pervert.
he was just a sexual pervert? He was
Yeah.
kind of otherwise just chilling, normal job. He's like, I'm gonna tickle these guys.
Oh yeah, I think he had like a good job, but he was just like, I'm really into tickling. I'm really into tickling feet specifically, and I was like, well, I'm like a meth head, so my feet do not look good, you know. And I was like, can I keep socks on? And he was like, no, you got to take the socks off. So I took the socks off, and he was like, put the socks back on.
Your feet were thrashed.
And then he was like tickling my feet, and he was like, and I wasn't like, eventually you stop laughing, it stops becoming ticklish, and he was like, you have to, like, that's how you get paid, like you have to laugh. So that was weird.
You had to fake it?
I had to fake it.
Oh,
I faked it. Yeah. So that was really like and that was pretty innocent, honestly. So I crossed way worse lines in terms of like, you know, damage I did to other people and things like that I don't feel good about. But generally I had a pretty good time. You know, I started out as a heroin addict, and that was pretty manageable and boring. You just kind of get sleepy. But then I moved to methamphetamine, and that's when things kind of
The way you did that was kind of cool. It wasn't a bad idea, but like how you're saying you were delivering heroin for a guy, and they basically forced you like, bro, I know you're going to be nodding out and shit. Hit some meth, get out there.
Yeah. I kind of worked for this guy that was like working under the cartel, and he would pay me to deliver heroin. And heroin addicts, you know, as you see outside, they're sleepy. You know, they're pretty sleepy. So he was like, I can't trust that you drive and do heroin, you're going to crash, you're going to get arrested. So you actually, as a prerequisite for the job, you have to start doing meth. And that was a line, and I was like, well, it's part of my job details. Like, obviously I'm going to do that.
Being responsible.
Yeah. And meth, I like fell
I'm
in
a
love with
company
meth.
man.
Yeah, I'm a company man. And I started doing meth, and that, like, I went from like a homeless student, a drug addict student, like pretty manageable, had a girlfriend, all that, like, to like within 3 weeks, like screaming at people, homeless, like lost my place to live, dropped out of school, crashed my car, lost the car. Yeah, meth like really quickly took me down, and
that kind of sent you into orbit, basically.
Yeah, and I like lost my mind, and you know, there's a lot of fun to be had like in meth psychosis and all that, but it does become pretty unmanageable, and eventually I used crack cocaine to quit meth, so I kind of fell in love with crack.
Because that got you off the meth, yeah. And I've heard vice versa. I've heard of people using meth to get off the crack.
A lot of people actually do that. Yeah. So if you go to Skid Row, it's like full of like OG crackheads that switch to meth.
And they're kind of like, are they tame or are they kind of out of it?
Well, meth is cheaper, but I think meth is like, you can stay up for 6 days on meth and like really start doing some damage, like, you know, really thinking that you're talking to demons and all that. And you get into this like really dark psychosis, whereas crack is very simple. It's just like you think it's like you're just paranoid about the police. So like it actually, and it's very like short. It's like short bursts of this paranoia that's actually pretty fun.
That's cool.
Yeah. So like you smoke crack and you think like the FBI is after you. which is kind of cool.
Yeah, that's better than demons. I'd rather keep it to this realm.
Yeah,
and
exactly.
open myself up to interdimensional fucking beings and shit.
And you like tell yourself you're like, I'm gonna smoke this crack. Like obviously the CIA is not after me. Obviously the FBI is not after me. Like I'm just I'm a homeless crackhead. And then every single time then you smoke crack and you're like immediately hiding behind a dumpster and you're like there's a helicopter. And they're like, I stole some makeup. They're fucking after. I'm on like America's Most Wanted.
I'm on the bulletin board. They got my picture.
Board, yeah.
The fucking yarn connected me to all the other dudes. Yeah, that is kind of terrifying. It was weird too when you said you were able to like eventually with meth realize like with like, when you're bugging out on weed, like none of this is real. But like I guess obviously it's way deeper, but to realize like this is just a meth delusion. You were able to like kind of ride that out a little bit, which sounds fucking crazy.
Yeah, well, when you first start doing it, you have a lot of auditory hallucinations, so you actually hear like your friends so you're like, holy shit, my friends are in the house, like they're in the next room. Then you start texting your friend. I would text my friends and be like, yo, I hear you talking shit. And they're like, I'm 100 miles away right now.
And you're like, yeah, right. Dude.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck.
And then but the auditory hallucinations are so. They're just so insane that eventually you are like, okay, like my friends are not in the next room, my family is not in the next room, and you sort of tame the beast at that point, and then it just turns into like mental hallucinations, which are more creative and more fun.
Okay, once you get over the paranoia, you're like, actually, yeah, let's explore some of these other ideas.
Yeah, but it's a terrible drug. I don't recommend anyone. It's pretty hard to like functionally use meth.
Yeah, I can
and like keep your job.
Unless you're a Nazi soldier.
Yeah, or a gay guy. Gay guys seem to be able to do it pretty well.
Yeah. That's pretty cool. What the hell?
Yeah, I don't know. I used to like chill with these gay dudes in San Francisco, and they were like flight attendants and like had jobs. Yeah.
Do you think they were like microdosing, or they were blazing?
No, I think they were using meth pretty hard. Well, you use meth for like a long weekend. It works really well with jobs that are like 3 days on, 4 days off.
That makes sense. You can just crash for like 3 days.
And then they'd use GHB to like come down. And I like GHB, but they were like, do not pass out around us. They were like, someone could come in, like
they let you know.
They were like, that's on you, buddy.
Yeah, true.
So I'd use GHB and be like, it's time for me to go,
I'm
guys.
out.
Yeah, like this is getting too wild in here. And
yeah, dude.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe not to sound like, ridiculous. I could see that. If you're like a gay guy and you're just kind of methed up, people are like, he's a little sassy today. Sassy. It might just take your sass to the next level.
Well, they were my friends, but they were like, we have other friends that like we can't, they might come in here and who knows, you're passed out. Like who knows what happens, so.
Fair.
They're like looking out for me.
That's fair, yeah.
Yeah.
Especially if you're like, partying on meth, that's like.
Yeah, if you're partying on meth with a bunch of gay guys in San Francisco, it's kind of on you.
Yeah.
If something like that happens.
I would agree.
Yeah.
I would agree. Especially if it's like, if it's already like, were they like into like, obviously they're probably doing like the chemsex thing and all that.
Yeah, heavy into chemsex. That's basically,
Can't pass out at a chemsex orgy, dude.
No, you cannot pass out.
I would say that's on you. Traditionally, I'd be like, well, people should conduct themselves in a proper manner. But if you're just like, I'm going to go to bed right now, a little sleepy. EHB's kicking my ass. I'm about to pass out, guys. You do you. I'm going to just sleep here on my belly. Don't bother me. I'm such a pussy with substances. I took melatonin for the first time recently because I'm trying to like get my sleep, which I've had some success getting my sleep schedule under like wraps with like traveling and all this stuff. So I've started taking melatonin. I'm such a pussy with substances. Like even that 3 milligrams of melatonin, I'm like, I take it. I'm just laying there reading a book. I'm like, it's not even working. So I'm just reading. All of a sudden I like put my book down. I'm like, oh fuck, my arms are so heavy. I was like, oh no. I just curled up next to my wife, like, help me. I don't like, I was like the opposite. Like if anything goes into my body, I'm like, what's this? What's happening? What's it? But I do understand. You get to the point where you go, I don't give a fuck. You're just, I do get that too. If things are going wrong and things are, you're just like, I don't give a fuck.
Well,
I need to exit. The what?
You build a tolerance to like physically, but you also build a tolerance mentally. You're like, I want to check out. You know? So like, I was like, by the end, I was shooting heroin, cocaine, and Klonopin at the same time.
Damn.
Which is, I don't even know if shooting Klonopin works, but I was shooting Klonopin.
I'm sure it does. I'm sure it got into your bloodstream.
I think so. Yeah. It like, what do you call it? It like, it makes the heroin act heavier, because you get such a high tolerance to heroin. And like the problem with heroin is like, you get really addicted to heroin to the point where your life gets really shitty and then you want to kill yourself, but it's like a catch-22 because like now you've become too physically addicted that it's hard to overdose on heroin to kill yourself, you know?
Oh, yeah.
You know, so that change, obviously with fentanyl, that's different.
Yeah.
You can kill yourself pretty easily with fentanyl.
Yeah. So you got out of it before like the big shit with like the, what's that shit called? Trank with like the big wounds. Have you seen that?
Yeah. I mean, I last got high in 2018 and I was, right when fentanyl really started hitting, but I was in Florida at one point and fentanyl sort of hit Florida first. So I have shot fentanyl. I don't like it. You know, I died, you know, I overdosed in some guy's car and he like took me to the hospital and like took everything out of my pockets and like dragged me out of his car and left me.
Jerk.
But they, you know, they Narcan me and they were like, yeah, man, you were doing fentanyl. And I was like, I didn't even know what fentanyl was. Eesh. And they told me. So then obviously I was like, I'm never doing that again. And then like 2 days later, I was like, I'm going to do that again. And fentanyl is...
So you died. You clinically...
I died. I died for like 4 minutes.
Dude, I have a friend who did that. He died like 3 times.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
It's crazy because you're like dead and then they Narcan you and you feel like you're underwater and someone's like pulling you up from the ocean. You're like at the bottom of the ocean. You can't breathe. You're like trying to breathe. And then they like pull you out. Then you just pop out of the ocean and then you're just in a hospital and people are like looking at you.
And I heard you're pretty agitated too, because like it all wears off.
It all wears off. You're fucking pissed, and they like don't want to help you because I'm like, can I use a phone? The guy took my phone. They're like, can you use a phone? Like,
yeah, you're right on the beat. You're like, bro, I need to talk to my boy. He owes me $40. You're like, lay down, dude. You're dead.
Yes, and then they cut my shirt open, so I had like they like let me go with a gown in Miami, and I was just like walking around Miami with a gown and like no phone. And I called my dad. I finally called my dad, and he was just like, man, you got to go to jail. Like jail would help you right now.
Yeah.
You know?
So what'd you do?
I think I just called some other people and eventually, you know, I got picked up, but I just kept using fentanyl, but fentanyl is like very debilitating. Like, you know, I would do fentanyl and like, I had like a 2-week run on fentanyl and I'd like, you do fentanyl and you just wake up 12 hours later in like a different neighborhood and, you know, it's really fucked up. Whereas heroin, you can like I used to do construction on heroin. Like you can maintain it. I used like operating heavy machinery and shit.
Yeah.
Whereas with fentanyl, I couldn't even make it back to my halfway house. So like the one rule at my halfway house was like, you just have to show up before midnight and you don't get kicked out. And I got kicked out. Like I couldn't even drive a car. Yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, I've worked with guys on heroin before. It's not like ideal, obviously, but you know,
it's not ideal,
they can get the job done.
Yeah, my dad did it for like 30 years.
Yeah.
You know, and you know, he did fine until he started smoking crack, and then you know, crack is a different beast.
Yeah, that's what this guy, I would ride around with him all the time in his truck, and he would try to literally like get me to do heroin. He'd be like, "Bro, you gotta." And my other friend explained it to me that it's really one of those things when you start doing heroin, you start to evangelize it because you want people underneath you, so then you can start selling to them. Yeah, but we worked together all the time. He'd be like, "Bro, man, you'd be having such a fun time." And I'm like, "It's like noon." He's just sweating profusely driving around. I'm like, "Man, I think I'm right." He's like, dude, you can eat. Like, you're not going to lose your appetite. You'll just party. You'll have it. It'll be awesome. I'm like, and meanwhile, I like literally picked him up from his house or like met him at his house. He was actually the one driving, which is funny enough. But it was just like him, his babes just on a mattress on the ground. He was just like, she was active in the family business, obviously. She was just like selling herself. Yeah. So all this stuff's being proposed to me. He's like, bro, I'm telling you, it's a good time. I was like, I'm good, man.
I mean, it is a good time when you're on heroin.
Yeah.
And then you wake, and then the heroin wears off, and it's like the worst time.
Yeah, true.
You know? And then your life becomes this every day. It's like you do heroin, and you're like, I have 12 hours until I'm having diarrhea, and like really sick from heroin. So like,
that's not far off.
No, exactly. But it's like this. It's
must be putting heroin on the food in the airports. Yeah. I think I have the same thing. I think I might be dosing me right now.
But it's like a full-time job, and it's just it's actually kind of cool because you like have this one singular goal.
Yeah.
And it's like I just have to like steal shit and get heroin, and then it's like I have to steal shit and get heroin again, and then the next thing you know, like 6 months have passed, and
whoa,
you know, the second something doesn't link up, and you like, you know, you show up at the CVS and someone already stole all the shit. And you're getting dope sick and everything.
Spaz.
Because once you get too far into dope sickness, you're too dope sick to hustle up money. And it's like this, it's a crazy like treadmill that you have to just run every day.
Yeah. That's why they say a lot of people who get clean do like very, very well in sales and all. Like they get clean and they hit sales jobs and they just crush it.
Yeah, that's a big thing in Florida. Like, get off heroin, start selling like scam vacations to Canadians or something.
Yeah, that was my someone I know was down there getting clean in Florida, and he was like, if you ever get a bill collector or anything, just be like, how's it going, man? You clean?
Yeah,
He
how
said
many
a lot
days
of
you got?
Yeah, how many days you got? He said a lot of people that call you up on like telemarketing or just down in Florida, like outside of rehab.
I did it. Yeah, my dad got sober in Florida, so I went out to Florida and lived in a halfway house with him, and I tried doing the sales job. I left both times at like noon.
Yeah.
I like labor. I like doing labor.
Telemarketing is crazy. I've tried my hand at it as well, and it's I can't explain. It's just the weirdest fucking job. You're just this little thing, and like, dude, managers are listening in on your call. I would be intensely nervous, like, oh, hey, just like, dude, I know there's a guy listening. I'm like, fuck.
And they give you a script, and it's like, I know how to talk. Like, let me just talk to this guy. And they're like, no, you got to read. And they're like listening on your headset, and they're like, read the fucking script. Yeah. Like, I wrote the script. Just read the script.
Scripts are so bad, dude. So how do they not know that it's like the worst possible thing?
Yeah, but there's guys that are just making like $5,000 a week doing it.
I know.
You know, it's crazy.
Yeah, that is. Yeah. There were the office big dogs when I did like tech, cyber. I don't know what it was. It was like selling like servers and shit.
Yeah.
And there were guys that were absolutely coining it in there.
Yeah.
They could sit there and like hold it, like out of a movie. They'd like hold a ball and be like, let me tell you about the new Pentium 4. And I was like, fuck, dude.
Yeah. I prefer getting paid like $9 an hour and just like doing demo.
Yeah.
With like no one that speaks English.
Yeah, that is nice, actually.
Yeah.
Holy crap, guys. This episode is brought to you by BetterHelp. What's something you'd love to learn? As an adult, do you make time to learn new things as often as you'd like? Or was that lost in childhood? Kids are always learning and growing, but as adults, sometimes we lose that curiosity. What's something you'd like to learn? Gardening? A new language? Or maybe how to finally beat your best friend in bowling? Therapy can help you reconnect with your sense of wonder because your back-to-school era can come at any age. And I agree, I think the copy's a little trite, but I do agree. I think you should always seek to expand your horizons. And again, I know guys have a big thing against it. I do think talking to someone, finding a therapist can get you out of your own personal, the limitations of your social network and maybe expose you to some ideas you would never come across. I don't know. I think it's a good idea. If you're thinking of starting therapy, give BetterHelp a try. It's entirely online, designed to be convenient, flexible, and suited to your schedule. Just fill out a brief questionnaire to get matched with a licensed therapist and switch therapists at any time for no additional charge. Rediscover your curiosity with BetterHelp. Visit BetterHelp.com/MSSP today to get 10% off your first month. That's BetterHelp, HELP.com/MSSP. Oh my God, guys, Lucy is made for your nicotine routine and delivered straight to your door. It's 100% pure nicotine and always tobacco-free. Lucy isn't like every other nicotine pouch company that's owned by Big Tobacco. They're like the mom and pop shop of pouches. Pouches come in a variety of strengths from 4 milligrams all the way up to 12 milligrams. Lucy offers a unique variety of flavors including apple ice, wintergreen, mango, and espresso. If you're not a pouch person, Lucy gum is available in 2 milligrams, 4 milligrams, or 6 milligrams. What else do I need to say? It's fantastic. I take fucking 600 milligrams every day. Let's level up your nicotine routine with Lucy. Go to lucy.co/drenched and use promo code DRENCHED to get 20% off your first order. Lucy offers free shipping and has a 30-day refund policy if you change your mind. That's lucy.co and use code DRENCHED to get 20% off and always free shipping. And here comes the fine print. Lucy products are only for adults of legal age, and every order is age verified. So if you're thinking about picking up young chicks with Lucy products, don't do it. They're only for grown-up responsible adults over the age of 18. Warning, this product contains nicotine, and nicotine is an addictive chemical. Oh, wow. Guys, PrizePicks is America's #1 daily fantasy sports app with over 5 million active members. PrizePicks is the easiest and most exciting way to play daily fantasy sports. Unlike other apps on PrizePicks, it's just you against the numbers. All you do is pick more or less on 2 to 6 player stat projections and just watch the winnings roll in. You can now win up to 100 times your money on PrizePicks with as little as 4 correct picks. PrizePicks is the best way to get action on sports in most states, including California, Texas, and Georgia. Prize Picks puts their members first, so all withdrawals are fast, safe, and secure. When my picks hit, I can get my money in as quick as 15 minutes. Prize Picks invented the flex play, which means you can still cash out if your lineup isn't perfect. You can double your money even if one of your picks doesn't hit. I mean, I can't say anything more about this. I love getting in on the fantasy sports action daily with Prize Picks. Just me against the numbers. That's what I want. Download the Prize Picks app today and use code DRENCHED and get $50 instantly when you play $5. That's code DRENCHED on Prize Picks to get $50 instantly when you play $5. You don't even need to win to receive the $50 bonus. It's guaranteed. Prize Picks, run your game. Now let's get back to the show after a quick announcement. Hey guys, really quick, I have a couple of shows coming up. I'd love to see you there. I'll be in Philly this weekend, but that's gone. Comedy Connection, East Providence, Rhode Island. That is September 12th to the September 14th. Please go. I think that'll sell out, but let's have fun there. Cleveland, Ohio. I'll be at the Hilarities Comedy Club from October 10th to October 12th. And then Boston, I'll be at the Wilbur, 10/18, one night only, 2 shows. Come on, that's poised to sell out any minute now. Any day now, really. Also, Milwaukee, I'll be at the Improv, 10/24 to 10/26. And these ones are big. Guys, please come to these ones, God damn it. Please, Washington, D.C. area, Virginia. I'll be at the Capital One Hall in Tysons, Virginia on November 15th. And then the next day, I'll be at the New York Comedy Festival, Town Hall, New York City, the state of New York, New York City, New York. That's 11/16. Guys, please come. Then I'll have a bunch of other dates coming up. Love you. Bye.
It does have like a freeing effect on the mind when you're doing that. When you're just knocking down freeing walls, carrying heavy stuff. At the end of the day, you're tired. You lay down.
Yeah, that's what I did in Florida. Like I just did like grunt manual labor with like Cubans and Nicaraguans, and this one guy had a tool chest that said "Work will set you free," which is what Auschwitz said on Auschwitz. I don't think he was aware of that, but I was like, damn, work does set you free.
True.
You know? And I don't know, it sets you. I recommend if you're trying to get off opiates or drugs, like just go do manual labor. I mean, it really helped me.
Yeah, I could see that.
Know, I don't do it anymore, but fuck. I mean, it just makes the clock spin. You're just trying to make the clock spin at first, you know.
Yeah, to get time.
Get through the time. Yeah.
Yeah, that was another thing too. I found kind of striking when you were like, you would get clean, you'd be like, all right, everything's going well. Then there'd be a part of your brain where like, I'm doing heroin. Yeah, I'm definitely doing it again. It's just a matter of time, and be like, all right, I'm gonna make it to this city. I'm not gonna stop. I'm gonna stop over here. Yeah, that's the weirdest part of the whole thing when it's like, it's like a hard thing for people to wrap their head around, because it's like you can have the experience of things going like as south as possible, you know, and like your immediate relationships get thrown off, all this stuff. You get clean. And the thing that sucks about addiction is that thing where you're like, I don't want to do this, but there's genuinely a part of you that's just like, you're like, oh, fuck, whatever.
Yeah, you can't control.
It's hard to explain to anybody else, and it's such a weird part of ourselves that people don't really know what to do with. Like even like experts are like, I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, if you're following your own will and you're a drug addict, you are going to do heroin, whether it takes you 2 days or a week or 30 days, 5 years. Like you're just gonna do heroin, and you know, your life, you know, my life would get pretty good. I'd like buy like a $1,200 car and like get a little job and then be like, okay, I'm moving. You know, I drove from Florida to Oakland one time and like got my apartment set up and everything. And then I was like, I'm going to fucking stay clean. And then I hit like New Orleans and I was like, I'm going to go check out, you know, what's going on. And you're like, I wonder if like you like talk to a kid at a gas station. You're like, is there heroin here? Like just out of curiosity, you know? And then,
there better not be any heroin here, is there?
But I mean, obviously, this, you know, I know this is a Catholic podcast. You know, I got spiritual. You know, so
that's good. Yeah. I've heard that is for real the thing that really helps, man.
Yeah, and people don't want to hear that shit. But sorry, like that's what, you know, that's what helped me. And it's not like it's a non-denominational thing, but like I just like had to give it up, you know, and yeah, man, I believe in God and don't want to get weird or anything about God or anything, but like, you know, I believe in something. You have to believe in something bigger than yourself is like watching over you, and you have to kind of accept. It's actually like a humility thing. It's like when I'm in charge and I make decisions, like I end up in a bathtub in Chinatown, like missing my toe or some shit, and like a needle in my arm, and literally. Like that is where I literally end up. Yeah. And so I can't make decisions. Like so you just kind of like try to align your will with God's will. And listen, man, I'm sitting across the table for Matt McCusker right now. And like, I was
dude,
literally a
that's
homeless
funny.
guy on Skid Row, you know? So like, you know,
Pretty
obviously,
sick, actually.
yeah, it's right.
I'm equally as pumped. Like, dude, it's so fucking cool. I've never got one of these guys. It's awesome.
No, I figure like a lot of people, you know, we see these guys, like people want to hear these guys. You know, I'm a heroin guy. Like I'm a guy, like, you know, so
That
it's
is
a crazy
crazy if you think
opportunity to
about
talk
it,
to
though.
one of these
No,
people.
dude, if you were to sit there, you drive past Skid Row and you're like, oh, there's a fucking published author, right? You know, it's
Yeah.
like you don't think of it at all.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
it is crazy. And I do think it is regrettable that's just the taboo of our time. Religion, taboo of our time.
Yeah.
Like, back in the Victorian times, you couldn't talk about sex. You could
Yeah.
talk about religion. Now you can be like, you know, whatever.
You can be like, my daughter does OnlyFans. I'm very proud of her. You know, like,
or like
but
yeah,
you can't talk
I
about
think the
God.
health teacher now in school actually shows their dick to the
Yeah.
class. I don't know how they do. But it's like, it's so weird. And if you bring up religion, it's like,
Yeah, you can't do it.
I do think that's how AA was founded. It was, I think the guy, Bill was the dude's
Bill,
name.
yeah, Bill.
He actually met with Carl Jung back when,
Yes.
you know, whatever. And Carl Jung was the guy who was like, bro, if you don't come up with some sort of spiritual connection or come up with some sort of a connection to, you know, a reality beyond yourself or whatever, transpersonal reality, you're doomed.
Yeah.
It's like if you hit, you know, if you're over 40, that was Carl Jung's big thing. It's like if you hit 40 and you don't come up with some worldview that doesn't have you at the absolute center of the universe, if you can somehow like shift it up to where there's actually something way beyond yourself and kind of humble yourself,
Yeah.
he's like the rest of your life will be way easier. If you don't, it's just all going to fall apart and you're going to go, oh shit.
Yeah, that's like the key for everybody. I mean, especially in the, you know, it works for drug addicts. I think it would work for everybody.
It does. I
alcoholics,
genuinely
you know?
think it does.
Yeah,
I had a
yeah.
similar thing because I grew up Catholic, and you know it was like you get out and you're like, church is bullshit.
Yeah.
It's not the real body of Christ. They figured it out, and, you know, and all of a sudden your life starts to fall apart, and like, you know, it can be bigger or lesser ways, and you're like, same thing. You're like, I've been in charge of the program here. Results are less than spectacular.
Yeah.
Let me try to reorient myself, as you know, because it reorients you more towards like service rather than like trying to self-aggrandize and blah blah blah. And right now I'm doing a project where I'm just studying a bunch of autobiographies, and I'm trying to figure out like if there is, I guess I don't know what to call it. I guess it would be like circumstantial proof or whatever, just like anecdotal of like worldviews where it's like, you know, me at the center of the world. They call it, it's like express self is like a type of value system where it's like, I get what I want at the end of the day. At the end of the day, you know, I'm the boss. And there's a lot of people, that's the value system. And then there's the sacrifice self value system, which is like, there's something greater than me. I have to live by, you know, some sort of rules that I don't necessarily set. And I'm trying to like look at all these autobiographies and try to see like, all right, who lives as like more of an express self type, who lives as a sacrifice self. And then after reading hopefully like 50 or 100 autobiographies, being like, all right, here's how these ended up basically. And everyone probably has like a bit of a mix.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think that's kind of crazy how that is be a thing where it's like, I don't want to get weird, but I believe in God. And it's like, it's not that weird. People have been doing it since the beginning of like human consciousness.
Yeah.
So, and what you're saying, people get worried too. It's like, oh man, like, you know, I don't want to come off as like a religious nut. Cause it is, I get it. People can really hammer that home to the point where it's like, all right, but yeah, I'm glad for you. I think that's a good thing. And it's, you know, it's one of those things where it's like, it's hard to monetize, where it's like, well, you know, it's easier to set up like, well, we got to figure out with like pills, this, that, and this. It's like, well, you can also have a spiritual experience. And they're like, all right.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I'm not saying it's like a big conspiracy, but like,
Well,
it's just
it's,
an unfortunate thing of our time when it's such a simple, so I mean, it's not a simple solution, obviously, but it's one of those things where it's like, I don't know. I think it's regrettable that people are so like, oh, when you're, you know, I can say it's like one of those things that can help your life so tremendously if you find something, you know, tailored for yourself. You don't have to like sever off your rational mind. You just have to like, you know, maybe pluck a little chunk out of it.
Yeah.
And just kind of keep the rest.
And it like, you know, it gives you community. It gives you a sense of like, there's a bigger thing going on than just what's in my head and like what I think this person thinks about me at the office. And like, you know, drug addicts are the most like self-obsessive, selfish people, really. I mean, I know that sound, you know, that's not like a kind thing to say about these people that are out on the streets, but like I was out on the streets and like all you give a fuck about is yourself. And whenever I only give a fuck about myself, I end up laying in the gutter. I mean, that's just what happens. So like, and I know that's really hard to say as a guy that like, I literally wrote a book about my life, like how self-obsessive could you get? I mean, that's as self-obsessive as you can get, really. But
only great men write autobiographies, dude. Don't.
Yeah, but you know, if you read the book, it's basically me writing about how retarded I am. You know, so
very
it's
funny.
like, sure, it's about me, but it's about how much of a piece of shit I am, really. So hopefully that like, there's a sense of humility around it, you know.
No, I think you did a great job. And it really is. It's one of those things where it's like, you know, whether it's drug addiction or just like, you know, say you're not addicted to drugs, that same line of thought is just not as pronounced. Because it's like, if you're addicted to heroin and meth, it's like, yeah, you're crashing your car, you're going to jail. So like everyone's easily like, yep, you're fucking up. But if you're running like a similar, you know, I think most people are very, very it's just the way we're designed. It's not like a value or like a character flaw. It's just the way we're kind of designed that I think kind of slowly erodes through a series of repeated and larger failures in life where it's like, you know, say you're like, I didn't do like heroin or meth or anything, but I've had definitely decisions blow up in my face that weren't like my whole family, like, God damn, that guy needs to go away for a while. But it was enough to be like, for me to be like, well, that fucking all went up in smoke. And you're like, God damn it. And you're like, you know, because there's that big master of the universe syndrome where you're like, I got to figure it out.
Yeah.
Like when I would like sell weed and all this stuff, I would be like smoking weed all day, driving around with like 30 pounds of weed in my trunk. Like, dude, I'm the master of the fucking, and then just like a bunch of my relationships fell apart. And I was like, I'm kind of a fucking loser. I thought I was a man.
Yeah.
So that can happen, man, when you're just kind of like, dude, I don't have to listen to anybody. I don't have to do anything anyone says. And it's like, when you're young, it's very intoxicating to be in that. And then you're like, oh, there's this whole other part of life that has to go. And like, you know, even if you don't want a family, it's like being involved in your community, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
If you get kind of like self-insulated, it's easy to have like the wheels come off. And it is a funny thing when you're like, I'm the boss here. And it's just like your life just dilapidates and you're like, fuck.
Yeah. And every problem you, like, this is a big thing. Like, you know, the guy that's like 45 that just like fucks his life up every year and it's always like someone else's fault.
Yeah.
So like, that's a big thing about addiction and, where it's like you're just constantly blaming everyone. You're at the center of the universe and you're just blaming everyone around you for like all your problems. So like, that's another thing with spirituality is like, I don't know, it just helped me like take like a like almost like an overhead view of my life and just be like, hold on, you're like the common denominator of all this shit. Like potentially you are the cause of these problems. Like you are responsible for these problems. And when you kind of like are like, okay, well, it just goes back to like, okay, well then I'm not running the show. I'm going to let someone else run the show. And like, you know, since I was like a laborer on and off, either I was homeless or I was like in a halfway house doing like construction for $9 an hour. And, the second I kind of like started changing my life and living this way and having some faith, you know, like I have a career, I have my family back, I'm fucking doing a podcast. Like, I mean, it just, you know, life really just starts to take off. And right when I finally admitted, like, you are the piece of shit that is causing all these problems, and like you have to have like a complete psychic change. And I don't think, you know, a lot of people that are hardcore drug addicts, like, if they don't have that psychic change, like it's not really if, it's like, when are you going to go back to that life?
Yeah.
You know, you got to change.
The blame's a big one. I've noticed that with people where they're like, dude, he's a fucking, and you're like, that's your problem right now? This dude's being a dickhead to you? Like, I could name 25 other things, dude. Yeah.
Or like blaming the police. Like I was so pissed at the police set me up. I sold drugs to an undercover cop and like I got a felony and like I had to go to jail, and it like kind of fucked like the next couple of years of my life up, and I was so fucking pissed at the police. And then I got sober and I like kind of changed everything. And I was like, you sold drugs to you stole Tylenol from a CVS, said they were Norcos, sold them to a cop. Yeah. Like, you're retarded. You shouldn't have done that.
Kind of bunky. I always thought if you sell fake drugs, you don't get in as much trouble though.
I think probably, but I was like on hair. I was like, get me out of here. Like, I'll plead anything. Like, just get me out of here. And like, I had a public defender that was probably on methadone, and he was like, yo, you're fucked, man. Like, because like a lot of people, like drug addicts that have like rich family or like family that will support them, like, we'll get them that lawyer, and which almost just kicks the can down the road. You know? So like, I called my dad and he was like, yo, stay in jail. Like, do whatever. I was like, can you get me a lawyer? And he was like, fuck no, I'm not getting a lawyer. And
it'll be good for you to just get like, you need to be contained.
Yeah. And then actually, like, when I became homeless, like I was homeless, I did like a year run on Skid Row, and I would like call my dad, and he was like, go to fucking jail. Like, do whatever you can to go to jail. Like, you need to go to, like, my dad went to jail. That's how he like finally got sober. So I got so blessed and, you know, got to fucking go to jail. But jail did not like get me sober. Jail like physically removed me from heroin. I never got physically addicted to heroin ever again. But I still like would relapse for like a few days here and there. And so like jail is not the ultimate solution, but it was like a kick in the ass and sort of like scared the fuck out of me. Like, you know, I was around a lot of people where I was like, damn, you're going to be like a jail guy. Yeah. You're going to be like a prison guy. And like, can you be a prison guy? Like, you're not that big. You're not that tough. Like, can you do it?
How bad does it hurt in prison of just like no babes at all? That's the thing that would really fuck me up, dude. Just
I was on heroin.
Sorry, it's a fair question.
Well,
so you weren't really thinking about the babes.
Well, I was on heroin for so long. So when you're on heroin, you have like you're like asexual, like completely. And then when you come off heroin, you're like, you like come in your pants like immediately.
Really?
Like if someone like blows in your direction, like yeah. So like you get like ultra horny.
Oh no.
Which is like jail's like the worst place to be ultra horny. So I mean it's fucking weird, man. It's like there's like a female guard once in a while that comes in, you can smell her, and everyone's like smelling, you know, everyone's like puts their nose up and like and then people get weird. People start to get like really weird where they're like, it's like you're not allowed to horseplay in there. You're not allowed to do like any gay shit or like do any gay voices or anything like that or like fuck around. But there's guys that have that like twinkle in their eye.
That would kill me, bro. I can't be like,
yeah.
so fucking gay for you, bro.
Well, that's like the obviously white guy humor is like, let's pretend we're gay.
Yeah.
And like Mexicans run the jail. So they're just like, no gay shit. Like you have to be like, the white guys are like, none of that gay shit. Like in front of, like, we got to impress the Mexicans, obviously. Like, like obviously we all want to like do the gay voice. Like we're in fucking jail with a bunch of guys. Like, but like the Mexicans will call us gay. Like we can't do that.
Yeah, it's trouble. Yeah.
And like obviously the black guys are like no gay. Like they're like number one. Like no gay shit
for sure.
And so it's really sucks for white guys in there.
You can't fuck around and pretend to be gay at all.
You can't fuck around and you can't you can't take the towel and like
never speeding ever again. I never thought about that.
It's really hard on white guys in there, man.
It's so funny to have like some dude just covered in swastikas like, and lastly, we can't fuck around about gay stuff.
And it's like clearly, and then occasionally you do have like your all white meeting in the shower area where it's like all white guys and it's like you can let off some steam and like pretend you're gay for like 10 seconds. But it is funny because like the Mexicans just run everything and the white guys are allied with the Mexicans.
I've heard
so it's like we cannot if we lose this allyship, like we are fucked. So like we have to. So the Mexicans like, you guys got to work out every day for an hour. So it's every day. There's like white guys like half-assedly like doing jumping jacks and shit, and like making sure the Mexicans are like watching. You're like, I'm doing them.
Are they pumping iron pretty hard there in the jail?
No, but they're like lifting each other, which is kind of gay. You know, they're like.
For real? They lift each other?
You have to, if there's like a tiny Mexican guy, it's like, okay, obviously he's like for biceps, you know, and like you have to like use weird shit. You like get under the bunk bed and you're like, you can do like bench with like they'll get like two Mexican guys on the bunk bed and then you're like doing like, okay, throw another Mexican guy on there and you're like doing bench. Yeah.
You gotta squat Danny Trejo.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So you get really creative. You get like sometimes you get a trash bag, you fill it up with water. You can do like curls with them.
Yeah, I've heard. So what are like when the Mexican guy's being bicep curl? Does he have like a straight face? Like
because you can't be
like
gay.
Hard as fuck.
Yeah, you have to look super hard.
Being curled. Yeah. You got a fucking problem with me?
Yeah. No, there's a lot of like get on my back and like I'm gonna do squats.
Yeah.
And like there's a lot for a place where you're not allowed to pretend to be gay. There's like a lot of gay shit going on, and obviously like you're jerking off in a room with like 100 guys at some point, and you're not allowed to jerk off. But it's kind of it's like don't ask, don't tell situation.
Yeah.
So
like
you gotta
be a gentleman about it. Don't be like
fuck. Like a guy used to buy heroin from who I actually was in. He came into the jail and I was like, "What's up, man?" And I was like, "Do you have any heroin?" And he was like, "No, I'm I'm in jail." But he got caught jerking off. He was like a 7-year-old black dude, super cool guy. But they rolled him up. They were like, "No jerking off."
Damn.
He did it. He tried to be polite. He did it at like 5 a.m. But like the early birds woke up and they caught him jerking off. So
fuck, that sucks. I'd rather be caught by my parents 100 times than be in jail and have dudes like, "You jerking off, motherfucker."
No, I did it. It's like the scariest. And obviously, you've jerked off before. You realize like, when you're a kid and like you're listening for your brothers and sisters and shit, and you're like, so this is like scarier because if someone hears you, like they could stab you,
Oh my God.
Not really. I mean, everyone knows like you got to do it. So you just do it in the middle of the night when you wake up and like no one really, but every night if you ever wake up, you hear like the jingle of like many men quietly masturbating.
It's like the roar of the ocean.
Yeah, exactly. And it kind of like it helps you sleep and everything.
That's crazy, dude. I never thought about that aspect of it. Yeah, I mean, obviously, I figured, I thought you could just like hang your sheets over your bed and be like, "I'm about to jerk off, bro."
No, because there's like a man on your bunk, So unless you have like an arrangement with him or something, I don't listen. I'm not Mr. Prison. I'm not Mr. Jail. Like I've been to jail. Sure. Like it could be different in other dorms, but like.
No, it makes sense.
My dorm, like it was kind of like you can't even show your dick unless you're in the shower. Like if you got, that was like an instant boob op. Like if your dick popped out, like in the dorm.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Or if you like talked about dicks or just like, but in the shower, obviously you're all naked, you're showering together, looking at everyone's dick. So
you can do whatever, yeah.
Yeah.
No talking dicks, bro.
No, you can't talk about dicks because.
What do you do with morning wood in jail?
Oh my God. It's just like, yeah, man, it's tough.
You gotta lay there.
You got to just lay there, and sometimes you got to, it's like, cause I was in the school dorm where I got to go to school. So like, you're like, I guess I'm going to be late to school, cause I can't have someone see my dick.
Yeah. If you had
my hard dick. Yeah. So
bro, the fuck, bro.
Yeah. And
fucking boner away.
And then like meth will come in sometimes, which like makes everyone horny and gay, to be honest.
Yeah.
So like that becomes pretty tough because like people are tweaked out and
damn.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's one of those things. It's that is tough. I do understand going there and getting clean, but yeah, I think you're right. There is an extra layer, and I feel like there could be. Correct me if I'm wrong. I feel like there could be a more nuanced approach in jail once you have those guys as a captive audience. Like, how's the programming? Because I know there's like TC, like therapeutic community and all that stuff.
Yeah.
Did you have that when you were in there?
Well, there's like AA meetings that come in, and we had actually had like meditation classes. But you go there and like half the guys like think it's like gay. They're like, this is gay, and then they like make noises and shit while you're trying to meditate. And there's like, I was like trying
what
to
kind
do
of noises do they make?
Like kumbaya and like mocking a lady came into jail to teach a bunch of guys that like might murder her yoga and like meditation, and like you're fucking being an asshole.
They're like, hey.
Yeah. So like, I mean, listen, there's a lot of low IQ people in jail.
True,
but yeah, like obviously there could be a better approach. I was in there, probably 99% of the people I interacted with were either drug addicts or alcoholics. This is not a good system. This is not working. Like clearly this is a drug problem. Even like the violent criminals, it's like a lot of them were just on meth or like drunk and like beat the shit out of their wife or something. So, there's like foundational issues of mostly like addiction and alcoholism. So like, yeah, we should address, and that doesn't mean like, hey, you shot a guy in the head and you were on meth. Like,
for sure,
we're going to put you into a therapeutic program. Like, if you're violent, you got to probably do some time, but like, there should be, I was really surprised because like one day they just let you out. And it's like, what the fuck do you think I'm going to do?
Yeah.
Like, I'm just out now. Like, and it's like right by Skid Row, and they let you out at like 2 a.m. And, of course I'm going to go do heroin and smoke crack, So like of course there's like, there has to be a better approach, but like, there was like the 2020 stuff where like the decriminalization of crime basically. And like, that's not working, just being like, we're just not going to send people to jail for like doing violent crime. Like that's not really a good approach. So
they're walking that back pretty hard right now. That's just, we're hitting like Bill Clinton era, like tough on crime Democrats are in our near future of being like,
Kamala, at the DNC, they were like, Kamala was a tough prosecutor. And Kamala was a tough prosecutor. Like I'm from Oakland, California, like where she was, she was a DA of San Francisco, and she was fucking too hard. I mean, she was like sending parents to jail for like, if their kids missed school and shit.
Damn.
Yeah, she was hard, man. But, clearly, like they're doing this like really quick 180, like this bitch will put you in jail, like vote for her. And like, I don't think it's going to work. I mean, we see what's going on. Like, you can't do that quick of a 180 on that shit. But
yeah. Well, no, she was chill. She was hard. I think then she was like, I'm going to chill as hell.
Yeah, then she got really chill, I guess. But
and now she might flip back and be like, look,
well,
I can slam the gavel.
I don't think she has like a creed or like a, she just... Yeah. It was really hot at the time to like be super hard ass, tough on crime, like, the 90s, the Clinton, the Clinton crime bill and all that. So she just was kind of going with the times, and then the times changed, and then it goes to like, okay, I'm going to bail people out for like burning down Minneapolis. And shit, So I know you were in Portland. I actually moved to Portland in June 2020.
Oh, God.
Not a great month to move to Portland.
Yeah, what happened? Because I kept thinking that Chaz was in Portland. That's Seattle.
No, that was Seattle.
Kind of fucked me up. That was my whole 5 minutes open and coming out. I was like, I'm gonna make fun of these. I want to make fun of these guys for having like lesbians take control of their city for 6 months.
Well, no, Chaz was like all of downtown Portland, and I had a black girlfriend.
Oh, so they set it up like that.
Yeah, and I went there with a black girlfriend. Not a weird month to move there with a black girlfriend to Portland, and her dad was like, you can't take my daughter to Port. Like, I don't want her around all those crazy white people burning down the city. It was a crazy time, but Portland's cool, man. Portland's cool.
I liked it. So you went there though, and it was like, because people now are like, damn, is it like still fucked up? And I was like, no,
it was fine.
Yeah, it was fine. But it was like, it was as intense as the Chaz there in 2020.
It was fucking intense. It was intense, like spiritually. Like everyone was just like, I was running into people. I like left because there was too many like guys that like dressed like security guards that were like, I'm they, them, like you got to call me they. And I was like, you look like a a dude, you know, like it's really hard for me to do that. There was just a lot of like, it was just really hard like that. And like, you know, I people were just not chill at all. And it went super far. And then now there's kind of like an overcorrection. And it's kind of chill now, I think people, and honestly, like you guys play a big role, and I'm not, you know, I
appreciate it.
I mean, like, I don't want to sound insane right now, but like, you know, podcasts like yours, like you guys kind of like brought about this like spiritual awakening of like, hey, we just have to like, we can say retarded, like we can, you know, we can be cool, you know, and I think comedy really is like saving America. Hey, this is going to sound stupid, but like,
no, I appreciate that, man. Well, the problem I saw with a lot of the stuff was like, you're at college, you're trying to get pussy.
Exactly.
You see girls are like on this wild shit of like, you know, pretty much they're doing it for Instagram. And then it's like, you know, maybe they genuinely believe it. I shouldn't say like it's all fake, but it's like they're doing a thing to appease some other force. This is a giant force in your life. And you're like, yeah, I'm a fucking they, them. And it's like, I'm trying to get some fucking pussy. I'm not trying to get frozen out or labeled as like, you're like a boomer or whatever the fuck people say.
No, everything comes down to I'm trying to get pussy. Like, because I've realized it in my head, like every decision I've ever, like if there was no pussy, like I wouldn't shower. Like I would shower once a week or something. Yeah. You know, like there's just every decision that a man makes really comes down to that. So like, yeah, there was just a lot of that. And there was a lot of like, even when like, you know, like when your guys, I was listening to your podcast and I was like, can I even tell people that I'm listening to this shit? Like after the Shane shit. And then now it's like to get pussy, you're like, I listen to the Matt and Shane podcast.
It's flipped. Girls are there's girls. The girlfriends have come and wives are coming to our shows.
Girlfriends have come, yeah.
They've opened their eyes. There was a weird, that was a weird thing, I think. I don't know what it was, man. Because everyone thought they were doing like the right thing. They're like, yeah, I'm on the right side of history now. And it's like, the one thing I will give the like wild ass SJWs from, you know, they did all that stuff for a long time. They did, you know, and you can hate this, but they did raise a lot of issues into the public consciousness.
Yeah.
They kind of really like cracked everyone's head open with a hammer and they're like, think about this. And everyone's like, fuck you guys. I'm not thinking about this. So they did do, you know, if you look back at like the last few years, it's like people are a lot more kind of like, the average person is way more forward thinking than they were, you know, in like the 90s and, you know, early 2000s. So they did put a lot of like, you know, things into people's heads like, you know, like if you're black, it's like kind of weird and way different than being white. And be like, shut up and get a job, you bum. Like it's like that now. People have, I think, from all that stuff, have a more kind of nuanced approach to reality with like social issues.
Yeah,
but they're like what they say to do about it. Their solutions are so bad.
The solutions are really bad and really hurting the people they're trying to help.
Exactly.
But like, certainly, like, listen, it's really good that we're thinking about these things. And you know, I kind of already did because I'd been to jail and I was noticing patterns. I was like, damn, like, you know, I went to jail for like 5 days when I sold that Percocet to the cop or whatever. And my friend Toning Taylor, named Toning, very odd name, but I was in a midnight mission with him. He did like 5 years for like the same shit. And he was a black guy. And I was like, God damn. Like, and he was like, what? And he was a black Israelite dude.
Nice.
So he liked me because I'm half Jewish, and you know, we'd had Jew talk, you know.
Yeah.
And I was like, damn, he really opened my eyes to some shit. I was like, God damn, man. So
yeah, they get crushed. Black dudes get crushed in jail pretty hard.
Yeah. So I was so it was.
But it's harder for us once we get there because we can't do gay stuff.
It's
so
kind of the inverse of inverse of real life.
Yeah. No, dude, my friend was in a one of those like kind of, I don't know. I've never seen anything like this, but it wasn't. So it was technically that part of it was a halfway house. The other part were for like repeat offend people who violated parole. There's just this giant warehouse in Philly, and you would just go to this warehouse and just live in these rooms of like 40 dudes. And it was technically a jail, but it wasn't any like you didn't go to like the penitentiary. It was just like this holding thing specifically for parole violators if they had to do like 6 months or something.
Yeah.
And he said it was run. The whole place was just run by like there's like these black Muslim ladies in charge of it. And he was like, dude, for real, I don't want to cry racism, but he's like, this is so hard to be white in this place. Yeah. He's like, you could just like, I could bring him in clothes and stuff. I could bring him in anything really, cigarettes, all this stuff. I had to give it to like in a trash bag to this black Muslim lady. She would go through it, and he was like, dude, the drugs here are rampant because you can just stitch heroin into like the waistband of sweatpants. And they're just running amok in here where it's like the drugs are being fueled. Everyone's just making money off this place.
Yeah.
But he was like, and then you just get sent here against your will. He's like, you're trying to get clean. He's like, it's just party time.
Yeah.
So
black Muslim ladies seem to run the Philly airport.
Yeah.
I was at the Philly airport like a week ago.
Yeah, they got a nice stronghold.
No, but they were killing it. They like got me a refund on my flight and shit. So
yeah, they're fucking sweet. It's funny. Because if you're like a white dude just kicking around, I always assume like black Muslim ladies don't like white people. You see the gear and you're like, I could see them not being a huge fan of me.
Yeah.
But yeah, when you get to know them, they're very sweet.
Yeah, they were chill.
They're very
they
cool.
Were cool. Yeah. Yeah. Another thing about the whole like awakening thing was like my felony. There was some real criminal justice reform where like I actually am not a felon anymore.
Oh, that's cool.
So like they kind of did, you know, and that makes sense. Like that's good. Like, hey, I've behaved for 7 years. Like, can we get rid of the felony?
7 years is a good number too.
Yeah, like it's a jubilee.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly.
So,
it's a Jewish jubilee.
Yeah, so I was like, you know, can I get a job at Walmart finally? Like, can I not be a felon? And so good shit like that happened. But then there was like criminal justice reform went like a little too far, where it was like you can just like bonk ladies on the head with like a bat and not go to jail. Like that's not good, you know. But
no one wanted to be the guy locking people up. It wasn't like politically good.
Not politically good. But I guess now it is.
It's because now you can become the big like hero. Because before we had the guy, who the fuck was he? Larry Krasner, the DA in Philly, and he was like
bad.
Yeah, they were calling him "Let Him Go, Larry." That was, and I knew like back then, like I knew dudes were like selling weed and stuff. He's like, "Oh, let him go, Larry." That's the dude. We love Larry Krasner. And like it's the wrong guys being like, "This guy rules."
Yeah.
But yeah, it's like it becomes like if you're a DA and you have political aspirations, and it becomes like not politically cool to lock people up. You're like, let's just not lock people up for now. And the city completely goes into disarray because you kind of maybe want to become like a congressperson.
Yeah, yeah.
And it's like, yeah, you can't really, people are out here doing. That's the thing, isn't it? Like in jail, it's like 90% of the crimes are committed by like literally like 5% of the population across like race and all that stuff.
Yeah,
like,
yeah, they say that. Yeah, and shoplifting especially.
Yeah,
yeah. So it's like, snatch these people up, and if they're on drugs, it's like, okay, let's figure out a situation where we maybe mandate them to a long-term treatment center. But we have to like really like look at this like, hey, we're not just like trying to like check boxes here. Like we're really trying to like change this person's life and like give them a life worth living. And like we should really like I needed purpose, like I was a finished carpenter. So like I eventually like I got out and like I had like a job that not only paid like a decent wage, but it gave me fulfillment. And I was like, I'm building things, I'm helping people, I'm like making beautiful, I'm making houses beautiful and all that. Like we need to like find what people are passionate about, what they can excel at, and like really set them up for a life where it's like, hey, you can afford a 1-bedroom apartment right out of here. Like you can feel good about you. It's like, you're not just going to go get a job at Chipotle and want to kill yourself. And then so we just have to really, I mean, this is like a spiritual problem that is plaguing America. Like if you go to any city, like I live in Oakland, California, and it's like, it's totally fucked up.
Yeah, I agree. And it is sad too when you take all these people in jail and it's scary. They all like tattoos and like career criminals. But I do believe at the root of it, it's just like they were once a kid in a very loveless environment. And obviously like there's that's like a continuum. Obviously there's some people who like got it, but there's like other bad stuff mixed in. But then there's people who like just never ever in their life had like anybody care about them at all.
Yeah.
And that's like I think that's the real root issue when you're dealing with people like, jail, anything really.
Yeah.
It's like, dude, how the fuck? And you're going to try to correct that in like an environment that, you obviously need to like take precautions for society. But it's really sad. It's one of those things that's like very, very sad. And I think there is hopefully we'll figure it out. Hopefully we'll figure out a way, because you can't go too kumbaya and be like, just give them a guitar and send them out there. And it's like you just bang someone in the head with a hammer and you're like, God damn it.
Yeah. Or like we're doing this thing where like we're just giving people like apartments in San Francisco and then they're on fentanyl, so they just die in their apartment immediately. So it's like we can't really do that. I understand the argument, like homeless, what's the solution? Home. Like give them home, And it's like, okay, but if you're addicted to fentanyl, you're just gonna like be alone and OD on fentanyl. So yeah, man, there has to be like a more comprehensive approach. And like, people are like, oh, it's gonna cost so much money. And it's like San Francisco spends over $1 billion a year on homelessness, and it's just gotten worse and worse and worse and worse. So it's like, I don't think money's the issue. Like we have the money, we just have to like redirect it into a way that is actually productive. But it's right now it's so set up to just like, you can just launder so much money if you start a nonprofit. It's so easy to start a nonprofit. It's like, I hand out crack pipes, give me, a $2 million contract. It's, we just have to rethink all this shit.
Nonprofits I didn't realize how, because I worked at one before when I was in social work school, and I was like, this is like, and it wasn't like out and out like a total scam, but it was kind of like, dude, you guys can tighten this thing up. Like it becomes incentivized to be like, just have someone show up, sign a box. It's like, yeah, but you could have like 5 appointments in one to make this guy's life easier. And like, well, you get $200 every time they show up. You dirty motherfucker. Yeah. But it's, I don't know. I remain hopeful. I think something will happen, but it is weird. Is this like the most homeless people we've ever had? Like
I'd imagine
historically, because I know there was always homeless people, but now it's like, you get out of cities and you're like, dude, it's like younger people just hit the rails, dude. And it's like you see guys in like their 30s or 20s and you're like, bro, like what the fuck, man?
Yeah.
Bad. I think there is something to it, man. There's that like spiritual malaise where it's like, there's no point to anything. What's the point? I'm never going to be, X, Y, and Z. And like nobody has that, it's hard to find like the joy in a like, you know, a relatively simple life. Like you're saying, like I'm doing, I can take pride in my work. I can do my thing. Now it's just like everyone's so atomized. It's not like, oh, I'm part of a nice community. I'm part of everything's just off on like their own individual journey that, you know, typically when you're just by yourself, it just leads to like intense frustration and despair anyway.
Yeah. Yeah. There's a lack of hope.
Yeah.
What's this? Oh yeah.
It rose 12% from 2022 to 2023. That's pretty bad, right?
That's pretty bad.
That's a gigantic leap.
It rose 64% in San Francisco from the year 2016 to 2022. And at the same time, spending on homelessness increased by 500%. Yeah, it's crazy, man. Like, you know, and there's no hope. You know, it's like we live in a time when it's like you can work really hard, you can get that raise, you can get that promotion, and it's like you're still not buying a house. Like,
I know,
that's just like you can't start a family. People aren't getting married. People aren't having kids. Like,
yeah, it's
tough. Hopefully, we come out of this. Hopefully, whoever wins the presidency, either one of them, just makes this shit better. You know, will they do it? Probably not.
Yeah, definitely not. But
well,
dude, definitely. I tell everyone buy your book. Your book's awesome, dude. Jared
Thank you.
Glickstein.
Yeah. The book's Crooked Smile. If you can't afford it, hit me up. I'll send you a copy, or I'll send you like a PDF. I am not a big reader. I know that's a surprise. I wrote a book, but like I can't read. If you can't read, you're looking for the audio book. It's not here yet, but if you buy a copy of the book, it will encourage my publisher to push for the audiobook, and then I'll like send you a link to the audiobook for free if you show me that you bought the book.
So the publisher is weary about doing the audiobook? Why?
They aren't weary. It's just like it's a different like legal setup with the contract, and it's just going to take time. I don't know, but like this will, if it does good sales, they'll push for it faster, and then like I'll send you like a LimeWire link to the fucking audiobook, or so, you know, I'll figure it out. But yeah, we're gonna try to push that through quickly.
Nice, man.
Yeah.
Tell them to knock it off. Tell them to do it. Be like, dude, just give me recording time. You can record it in like 20 hours, man.
I know. Yeah, I could
off.
yeah, but it's like it's just a different, you know, it's legal agent shit. You know, I don't know. Who knows?
Well, dude, thank you so much for coming to this.
No, it's an honor, man. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Yeah.